It's like, and we are live.
We are live. All right. It's the 13th of the month. It is 9 p.m. You know what that means. It's a new episode of Dead Air. You're probably watching now and thinking to yourselves, hey, it's just Carl and Wayne. No guess.
It's not. Yeah.
Wait. Let's do the introduction first, just in case this is your first time tuning in. This handsome man on my left, or right, I don't know how this is going to look like, flipped over on the screen. Left. On the left is Kyle Ong. Kyle Ong is the
Co-creator of Ghost Maps and filmmaker, podcaster.
That's right. I'm Wayne. I am the writer and co-creator of Ghost Maps and, author and general writerly person. If you're wondering why it seems like there's no guest down here, that's because we do have a guest, but the guest is not on air. Not on camera. The guest even brought their own mask to conceal identity because
the hand.
Our guest for this month is the mysterious Teddy, host and creator of a Briefcase Podcast and Asian True Crime Podcast. Hi, Teddy.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for joining us. We'll talk a little bit more about a briefcase in a bit, but first, when did the last episode of Ghost Maps go on live?
Last Thursday.
Last Thursday. I hope you all tuned in, okay? That was the end of our Hungry Ghost month, right?
Yeah, that was the end of.
So I hope you all had a happy, uneventful, very uneventful Hungry Ghost month. Teddy, and how was your Hungry Ghost month?
Blessedly uneventful.
All right, that's good. That's good. Teddy didn't show up today oh my god, guys, I have something to tell you.
I do have some stories though. In this studio. Yeah. Not me. My studio mate. So Russ Wong says hello.
Russell Lee confirmed.
Yeah, Russell Lee. Nice.
Russell Lee, is that you?
Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome
Lost in
to
Malaysia.
True
True Singapore Ghost Stories.
I believe in equal opportunity and everything, but Russell Lee, you do not sound like what I expected Russell Lee to sound like.
Russell Lee was never proven to be like male or female.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. He or she could be an alien, for all we know.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Lost in Malaysia, hello. Thanks for joining us again. Different camera angle. Yeah, next time we should try a top-down one. Or like from the point of view of the ghost from Shutter. Yeah, like this way.
Well, once you get like a briefcase face mask going,
right?
And then like sunglasses, maybe a briefcase hat. And
that's
need
so
to show
funny.
that.
Yeah, look at this.
I mean, I won't wear it, but like.
Look at the eyebrows. Michelle drew the eyebrows.
Yeah.
Michelle from.
And look at the eyeliner. Eyeliner's great.
Yeah.
On fleek.
So, Russell Lee, if you need to buy a mask, you know who to look for.
All right. Well, Kyle, the latest episode of Ghost Maps, that was our last Hungry Ghost Month one. That was who contributed that one? Do you remember? I can't remember who it was. That was Pop Dixon at the end.
Okay, so
somebody we know.
This is gonna get personal. It was contributed by my sister.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't have to say that.
I mean, like, you gotta give credit where it's due, right?
Now we all know Carla is a sister.
Three-part haunted Airbnb.
Yes,
that's the one.
All stories are real. So, that was pretty creepy because when she told me, I specifically went back to my parents' place to listen to the story, and it was raining like heavily. It was during the heavy rain season in Singapore. So, it was extremely creepy. So I left home. I went back and I was like, so scared. I was quite scared because it was really creepy. I don't know if we managed to capture it. I hope we did, but I think it was really.
Did you manage to listen to the latest episodes?
I listened to part of it, but like I listened to parts of everything, and then like halfway through I get real scared and I'm like, all right, let's not sleep tonight. Yeah.
What? I mean, like, didn't you do like we'll get to that in a bit lah, but you did some Hungry Ghost Month episodes also, right?
Yeah, so I did, for the first time I didn't do true crime. For Hungry Ghost Month, I did scary stories with Michelle, right? And so I asked my listeners if they liked it, and they really did. So we might do some for Halloween. But some of them are like my own scary stories. But like as an adult looking back, I'm just like, was it really though, Teddy?
You cannot. I always say this, right? Like 90% of the time is probably like you being paranoid.
Yeah.
It's the 10% where you need to run away.
Yeah.
I feel like the story that you told about the keyboard, you should have ran away.
Oh.
We'll get to that. I like that
one. That was like, oh my god.
Oh man. Well, see, that's the thing. When is it the 90%? When is it the 10%? That's the question.
Exactly.
Your gut feeling. You got to go with your gut feeling. Like, right?
When I was coming into this very anonymous building, my gut feeling was like, run, Teddy, run. And here I am.
Yeah, to be fair, it is a bit dodgy if two guys who run a podcast called Ghost Maps invite you to this building.
No, imagine we invite you, then we bring you to like the happiest place in Singapore. That won't be on brand, right? It has to be somewhere creepy, right?
I don't know. I think it'll be extra creepy if you brought her to like Sentosa. As well.
Yeah.
To be fair, Sentosa quite creepy as well.
Sentosa quite scary.
I'm gonna put this on air, and all listeners and including Teddy's friends. My dream is to record a dead air episode in a cemetery.
Don't
Period.
Why you gonna do this?
No, you
You
gotta
want to do this to yourself?
You gotta try new things. I'm not challenging anything. I just want to try. Like.
I think some of the listeners already know, but it's worth telling you this. So, like,
Yeah.
where did you listen to the Ghost Maps episodes? Was it on Spotify or on YouTube?
On Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah.
On YouTube, there are these creepy visuals.
Don't tell me you go and film them live.
I don't film them. Kyle does.
Carl, why are you going to do this?
Yep.
Carl, you asking for trouble.
No.
Several times he's like, hey, when you want to follow? I was like, no.
Somebody has to.
Good on you, Wayne. Good
Yes.
on you.
Somebody has to do the work. Like this is how much we put in for the Ghost Maps
like,
episodes.
I admire your dedication and I respect as your partner on Ghost Maps. I'm never following you for these shoots.
Yeah.
Please don't tell me you do it alone.
No. I bring an entourage.
Is your entourage in an odd or even number?
Ooh! Oh!
I mean, odd lah. But
We are an odd number.
yeah, who says we are?
Whoa.
Okay, so Rakesh says.
Very on brand.
Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. He says, "Go Teddy." Okay.
Yay.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna take this question real quick because I think I saw your email. Ashutosh Das. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly.
Yeah.
Are all ghosts somehow influenced by Islam? No, because I'm not. For me, I'm not religious. I think for us, I mean, at least for me lah, like the spirits, right, is a manifestation of what religion you are. If you are Taoist, you see something that's related to Taoist. If you're Islam, you see something that's related to Islam, or Christian, so on and so forth. So
Well, there's those that I feel are more regional and more like
yeah,
Well, they're not cultural specific, but like everybody's got like stories about our Miss P.
yeah, Miss P.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
Miss P, right? You know the
No.
no, as in like Miss P.
Not personally lah.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go on a limb and say Pontianak.
Oh, yeah,
Because
for sure.
at night you don't say.
Oh,
her
you cannot
name.
say ah.
You attract her.
Oh, dear.
That I mean, apparently lah.
Well, I heard she only eats men lah, so...
Maybe we should ask her to say it.
Hey, don't want.
Yeah, but you'll be safe, so it's okay.
Yeah. So WSA say, hey guys, woo another female guest. Yes, we promised last month, right? Another
Yes.
female guest. Yeah.
Oh my god, am I your
Second.
diversity hire? Your
No, no, no,
diversity
no.
inclusion?
No.
You are a friend in true crime.
That's right.
Yeah.
And scary, all stuff spooky.
We
Yes.
need to
Yeah.
balance it out because like you're friends with the Drunken Ramblings podcast guys
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when they came on, I think it was somebody who made the comment on that episode. It's like, wow, real sausage fest. Eh?
Yeah. No, I love those guys. Love those guys.
We love those guys.
Yeah. We tried with the corner thing
Um,
where he stood. One of them said.
Oh,
that.
I do like to point
Yeah.
out that the guys from the podcast called A Drunken Ramblings podcast came onto our show, but you were the person that brought wine for us.
That's right. Oh, I
Thank
left
you
the
for the
price tag on. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I
It's okay.
Cannot see right.
All
Okay, lah.
good.
You brought wine for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
delicious wine, so whatever the price is, it doesn't matter.
Organic wine so you don't get a hangover. Yeah. No, so like the interesting thing is that me and one of my guests, Ruben, we were talking about that. We covered the Novena Church exorcism, right? And then they were saying that, oh, you get possessed because it's Hungry Ghost Month, right? And then what if there's just this entire group of ghosts that are only possessing people during Hungry Ghost Month? Because when they were human, they were Taoists and they didn't realize, surprise, I can possess people at any time, but they are like confined by their own like earlier religion. What if all the vampires are like, ex-Catholic or Christian? That's why they're scared of the cross and shit, you know?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
that's a very interesting point of view because you will never, I hope so, you will never see an agnostic ghost.
Yeah,
I mean, if I die, you become
Yeah.
an agnostic ghost, or like an atheist ghost.
But how would you know? It's not like you're questioning the ghost, like, hey, what's your religion?
no, but you like wave the thing. You wave different symbols of religion in front of them and hope for the best lot and see what sticks.
Try your luck. No. This one, no.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Pretty much. So
Yeah.
you have to go like Singaporean only kiasu on that thing, and then just get every single one of them if you're going to that kind of place, right?
I have to say, every episode of Dead Air surprises me in terms of how we connect the spiritual to something else. I guess this episode is we're connecting the spiritual to Yasuism.
The next time I come into the studio, every single symbol of like religion on the door.
Yeah, after the last episode.
I got Wayne. Wayne will protect me. He's pretty powerful.
Wayne wouldn't go to the cemetery. You think Wayne will protect you?
Not even a cemetery, okay? It's
Yeah.
not like he went to the cemetery to shoot the visuals. He went to just
Yeah.
creepy spots.
Oh yeah, I mean I've been to OCH.
I'm sure you have. Of course you have, Kyle.
Have you been in OCH?
Yep.
Oh damn boy.
Yeah. I had a British, I can't remember that I told the story on there before. I had a British ex-boss who, when he moved on here, he's fascinated by the supernatural. He was the one that told me that apparently per square kilometer, Singapore is the most haunted country in the world.
It makes sense though.
Yeah.
Per square kilometer, we have one of the most dense countries in the world. So like per square kilometer, we would die the most per square kilometer.
Yeah, fair enough.
No. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just true.
Yeah. So
And-
yeah, he wanted to go to OCH.
Why are these kind of people? They go and stir their own shit.
No,
After that, they go and need the exorcism, you know?
So this is I have to clarify one thing, right? Okay,
Okay.
once and for all, I don't stir anything. I don't go there and like shame them, like from BuzzFeed and stuff, and like ooh possess me. No, I don't do that. I go there. I'm here just to capture creepy visuals for my podcast for entertainment.
Imagine like a very insecure, very young female teenager goes, then you're like, I'm here to get creepy images. Then she's like, bro.
Bro, I like no reflection.
Exactly.
How am I gonna make sure that I look good for camera?
That's right. You never warned me. No time to do hair makeup. Cannot lah.
They start playing My Chemical Romance in the background. And float here, float there, right? Yeah.
I mean,
No, but I do bring protection.
Yeah.
I bring a person I bring a friend who is spiritually
not me,
Not
clearly.
you,
very
girl.
strong. Spiritually strong. His car is blessed, so we go there and then we go. I mean, just very quickly, like where the last time I brought I always work with a team, so I brought a camera woman, and it's 3 of us. So we went to Mount Pleasant, which is famously known for its proximity to a 100-year-old cemetery, as well as the hunting grounds for Miss P, right? So we were parked there for like less than 20 minutes. The cops came. They screened us. They're like, what are you guys doing here? I'm like, I'm doing for my YouTube channel. It's like, okay. And then the sergeant, you can see he's like this Indian sergeant. He's like obviously very experienced. And then a boy who's serving his NS as a police officer. So he walked over to him. Mr. Ong, I must warn you, this place not good. I'm like, then I started having a debate. I said, why not good? He said because just not good lah. Then I'm like, that's why I'm here to film some stuff lah. I don't want to capture any. I just want to film the visuals of the empty road and the space. He's like, but leave early lah if you can. I'm like, okay. Let's see. Then I started having an honest conversation. He said, you know all the Angmos all the Caucasians, the foreigners that are staying here. They like to stay in the black and white houses. The pre-World War II. They said, but the Angmo, the ghosts won't attack them. Now like, there is some post-colonial shit right there, right? There is. I don't know. Then I said, okay. Then he said, just leave. Then the NS boy just out of his house, and then your odd number. And
I was gonna say that.
No, then he said something that will rile you up.
Okay.
And then you bring a girl. My camera woman was like, what did you say, bitch? What did you say?
I really wish he was like, Mr. Ong, you shouldn't stay here. And then you ask him why, and he goes, the property value down here not that great. I mean, really.
Hey bro, don't devalue it even more.
You film down here.
Not great for Asians. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So so nothing happened. I mean, nothing has ever happened. Every time I bring my friend.
Or will happen.
No, that's why I will always bring him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so your friend is Mui.
I know who Mui is.
Oh my god, yay!
Oh my
Steady.
god. That's right, yay.
Okay, WSA said record ghost maps in infamous places. The Suicide Tower.
Oh, don't do that.
Probably not.
I
Probably not.
love how our fans, right, will write in stuff like this, right, and then give him ideas.
It's like your fans don't really like you, huh?
Yeah, apparently not, lah.
No lah.
We love you guys. Why are you doing this to us?
Why you
It's
gonna
not
do
a
this?
it's not a test of courage. I see. I think the cemetery thing is like. I mean, I have you been to the cemetery in midnight? I mean,
No.
obviously not, right? It's damn
No.
peaceful. It's damn peaceful, right?
I'm sure it is.
Top 10 questions not to ask normal people. Have you been to a cemetery at midnight?
I mean, you really get a feel of the person depending on how they answer it as well, lah.
Yeah.
Have you been to cemetery? I mean, all the time.
Yeah.
So fun. Great.
Yeah.
Great company. Oh no.
Yeah. You're right. Back away slowly.
Yeah.
Ashruta said, is asking, do you have any stories from India, Myanmar, or Thailand? Do you? I mean, I do lah. But
We do have at least one. I think we've had episodes in Thailand. I think we've got
yeah.
at least one story from Myanmar that
Yeah.
eventually we might tell. I don't
Yeah,
know.
go back to the older episodes. Like, I think last year we had an episode from Kanchanaburi, which is a training ground that the Singapore military use in Thailand.
Yep.
So that was a story from a friend.
Yeah.
Who So he told me, and he was like pretty scared. Yeah, that was quite creepy. One of my favorite actually. Myanmar, personal experience. I can share that later. WSA just praised you, Teddy. First time Ghostmat guest wine and dine the guys.
That's right.
Okay, so now they need to bring wine
So,
and food.
Yeah.
Any future guests, we're just saying the standard's been set already.
The baseline, the new
Yeah,
baseline.
exactly. At least a bottle of wine. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Hi, Drunken Ramblings podcast, guys. We love you.
Yeah, I love you.
Hello TDR pod. I would like to be on again.
Yeah. Let's all be on. There's like 12 people on. I think that would be a bit crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. Their house a bit big also, but look a bit scary.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. No, I made him scared.
It was the first not my podcast that I went on, and then like I took the bus there because there's a direct bus for some reason, and then I show up outside the house. Then I really stood there for like 5 minutes. I was just like, do I want to be murdered?
Yeah. I mean, it's like your podcast like playing itself, right?
Yeah, right. I'll be on my next own episode.
It's like, I can't remember where I saw it, but then somebody was always saying, please don't let me be a true crime podcast. Please don't make me be a true crime podcast.
Or please let me know if you're going to be a true crime podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, this our place outside, it looks quite creepy of our studio. So
Yeah.
did you get that vibes?
Dude, first thing I come, the main door is locked. Then I call you. Then I'm like, hey bro, your main door is locked. Hey, come through the side door. The main door is not actually the main door. Then you're like, Teddy, come up. And so I come up to your mysterious level. And then the first thing I see is an empty lift landing. I go check the bathroom. The bathroom is locked. But inside, like, macam got sound. And I'm like, pipes. Then I come in. Then the outside has a completely different name. Then I'm just like,
Yep.
well, I am my own true crime podcast.
I don't know about the female toilet, obviously, but the male toilet, we've told a couple of guests this before. So there's three cubicles,
Yeah.
and over one of the cubicles, the light keeps flickering,
I
which is always fun.
no.
And then for some reason, that door
Yeah.
just keeps going like that.
No,
I
you swing
cannot.
back into position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually perfectly innocent, but when you take it all together, you're like, why?
Cannot.
Why this
Yeah.
building like this?
Hi, Jolene. Jolene says hi to the HANTU guys and Teddy from a Briefcase Podcast.
Hi, Jolene.
Danny says good evening all. Okay, good evening.
Good, so polite you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wow.
good evening. Rather delightful.
Yes. I love how that's your standard English accent.
Totally. I mean, wouldn't all ghosts be not creepy anymore if they started speaking in English? Boo, I'm gonna scare you.
It's almost like you're tempting them again.
Yeah, why do you keep like stirring your own shit?
I'm not. I'm just.
You asking for it.
Is what we say in Mandarin. 节目效果 is for entertainment.
Odd numbers,
Yeah.
Kyle. Odd numbers.
Odd numbers. And then, you bring the camera to a scary place. It's like a provocation in and of itself. It's like, come on, show up, I dare you.
Is it though?
I'm sure it is. It's like if we say like Miss P's name, it's like then we bring our cameras and
Yeah. Plus, you already know the place is creepy. Not like you don't know the place is creepy.
Yeah. I got scolded by a friend who with a third eye. He says that, why you go OCH? It's really a dumb decision. I'm like, yeah lah, but I was very far. I was using a very long lens. So I wasn't inside, but I filmed inside. So it doesn't count, right? And the car had like protection. So I was fine.
You know what? You explain the technicalities to the ghost.
Yeah, you tell the ghost, look, listen, I protect, you cannot. Rules of the contract, sir. It does not work like this. You get out of the car. You get out now.
It'd be funny if we had like a filming contract for the HANTU and all. It's like, hey, just sign on here for your release form, please.
That is a bit too much.
So, a bit much.
But
because I don't know what
you get. You get a Ouija board, and you're like, hey, NDA here, bro. Just yes for NDA.
Ouija boards.
Yeah, but speaking of like telling ghost stories and like, going and attract them, right? Like, aren't you like kind of doing the same thing in a sense?
Dude, okay.
Because you're telling stories of people who actually passed on.
Horrible people
okay,
on top of that.
Hang on.
A bit of both. Like the victims and the perpetrators.
Just before you start, in case anybody out there has not listened to a Briefcase podcast,
you should.
Why haven't you? I think it's time you rectify this. I will give the official description for a Briefcase podcast.
Yes.
Every Tuesday, a Briefcase takes a closer look into the deadly and distressing murder, madness, and minds of true crime in this little part of the world. We'll set up the scene and walk through the nitty-gritty, bringing you the facts, details, and theories surrounding each case.
Yeah.
So yes, going back to Carl's question.
So how different is it like from provoking ghosts?
Legit, ever since I started my podcast, I started having like nightmares and shit. Yeah. So I think it's especially bad because when you're doing the podcast itself and like my friends are freaking funny people, but they'll like say damn shit things about the killer lah, because you can make fun of terrible people.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yep, no, I mean, I think it's fair.
No, but I think like when you say the name, especially like, okay, some of them are still alive because, some countries don't have death sentences and that's a whole other discussion.
Yep.
Yeah, but some of them are like from way, way, way ago. Like Sunny Ang was like, what, like 60s, 50s,
that was like,
all that. Yeah. And then so those people are like hanged. So they essentially did terrible things and then died in a terrible way. And then so sometimes like, because I have a full-time job, I edit late at night, right? And then like the screen will go dark a bit because you're in like Premiere Pro or what, and then like it will take a moment to flash while you're loading between pages, and then like I'll look at the reflection behind me and I'm like, I'm gonna die tonight. No, but then I solved that problem by changing to a screen with a matte covering, so that was done.
Exactly. See, when you can't beat them at their game, use technology.
Yeah, modern problems, modern solutions.
Exactly.
See, so you didn't need like protection when you go to all these places. All you needed was a matte covering.
No, you see, so you said that after you started doing this, right, you have nightmares. What are the nightmares like?
No, I think it's because I keep on like, I have to research the case pretty extensively, then I fact check. Then after that, I do the case either myself or with a friend. It's always scarier to do it myself because I'm scared that I'll be editing and then I'll hear something in the... Yeah, right? Scary, right? Are you scared of that? I'm damn scared that like, I'll have a solo episode and then in the back it's like, hello, or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot the question.
The question is like, what are the nightmares?
Yeah, what kind of nightmares do you get?
Yeah, so like sometimes I'll like live through the murder. Sometimes I'll be like, most of the time I'll be like the victim and I'll be like, I'm
so you
dying.
can imagine the perpetrator?
Yeah, you have to be able to imagine. The thing is that you have to have, I think, a degree of maybe empathy in a sense to put yourself in the shoes to be able to tell a case well, to tell a story well. So like, sometimes I like to imagine what I would do if I was like the victim, and then sometimes I'm like, but I'm damn weak. So my first conclusion to if I'm being kidnapped and tortured, I would kill myself. Yeah.
It seems like a valid
yeah,
option.
Right,
so,
right. I don't have the will and grit of a lot of survivors. Nah, man. I'ma die. Thank you. I'm a bow out.
See, okay, at least you have enough will and grit to think to yourself, okay, no, you're not gonna be the one to torture and I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
I'd probably think the same way and then screw up my own death.
Ayo, wait, no ne.
So yeah. And then Kyle somewhere would be like, if he just followed me to do filming, right, everything would have been fine.
If you just follow him to go filming, then you wouldn't have been kidnapped and tortured and in this position.
I'm gonna say like the most golf shit ever, like on air.
The most golf shit ever.
Like I feel like supernatural beings are not as scary as people.
Oh no,
Humans are the worst.
Oh.
I'm sorry if it sounds like My Chemical Romance-ish 2005 vibes, but
See,
that's my like.
No. Well, that brings up a very good point, because I actually wanted to ask this a bit later on, because you yourself said in like the Hungry Ghost Month episode that ghosts are nowhere near as scary as people.
No, but then right, I would like to revisit that conversation. But ghosts were people who were probably horrible in real life and now are horrible in death.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Yeah,
That's
or maybe
a fair point,
they weren't terrible in life, but like they had very unfortunate deaths and become very vengeful.
Yeah.
But I can imagine, touch wood, is your table wood? I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I can imagine like, say Adrian Lin. I can imagine him purposely coming back to be very vengeful, because to begin with, he killed children to be vengeful to the police.
Yep.
So what's to stop him from being vengeful as a ghost?
No, you're absolutely. Maybe that was the angle. There is a very, very famous.
Ayo, the thing move. Scary.
Gravity.
Gravity.
So there is a very famous case of black magic in our neighboring country, Malaysia.
Oh,
right,
our
you
friend.
know, yeah, like I will. Her last words. And I don't think I can quote, but like last words was something like "I will live forever."
Oh, was it Mona Fandu?
Don't say the
Oh,
name.
sorry.
dude.
Touch wood.
No. It's like you know the okay. I was talking to another Malaysian podcast, and they say that the name itself is power.
Oh.
To that sense, because she's even more evil.
So her name specifically, that's what they were talking
It's like Voldemort lah, you know. It's basically that. Yeah. But so like. Yeah, I think what's stopping them from coming back, right?
I like how you found out that her name has power now after you've released a whole episode about her.
No, I think that's where the line draws. Right, it's simple logic and simple law. Is like if there was a discussion between the power of good, which is like priest, and then evil, right? Like demons or spirits, right? You say like this young woman is just doing a storytelling session. Why are you boring her? Did she do anything to you? No. It's just telling stories. So why are you boring her? So that the law still apply. Like, she has done nothing to you. Like, basic law, in that sense, right? Logic, I have not done anything to you, but tell a story. I never said that you are... I didn't say anything about you. Like, or did you? Yeah, so
everybody goes back and listens now.
That's the logic that I go with.
Start with that episode when you start exactly Briefcase Podcast.
That's the logic that I go with every time I do horror specific tasks. I do get scared. I do. I edit at night as well. I do get scared. I get spooked. Sometimes I might hear extra voices, but I don't know. I'll just chalk it up to recording, you know.
Sure, yeah.
Sure,
Noisy
right.
neighbors
Whatever,
lah.
whatever. I don't care.
Your neighbors very noisy, they should stop it.
Yeah, so... Yeah, WSA say burn incest, draw pentagrams, and mock Miss P. I garang lah, but not that garang lah. Yeah.
For the B-roll, for the best B-roll.
Why, guys? Why?
Oh, Dennis is he's very caring. He's asking if you hurt your hand.
Oh yeah, I dropped an iron on it.
Wow.
Okay. So like there was this 1 week a lot of unfortunate things happened, and then it made me like have the vibe that like maybe I pushed it a bit too far with some of my episodes, you know, say the name a bit too much. But then I think it's one of those things, right, where if you put a belief into it, it's going to happen. But like if you genuinely don't, then it's just in your head. So like I decided not to stir shit for myself. So like I'm not super domestic. I'm damn shitty at being domestic, okay? So like I was ironing my clothes because I wanted to sell some shit off on Carousel. And then I was just like ironing. And then I was putting the shirt on the iron thing, and then the iron just booped down because I booped it with my hand, and I was just like, this is a sign that I need to be rich enough or very rich enough that I never have to do my own ironing. And then so I said this to my boyfriend, and he was like, why don't you buy a steamer?
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
I know this is completely straying from the topic of true crime and ghost story. Steamers are great.
Yeah,
I hate ironing, so yes.
Yeah, we do. We have that also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If any companies that produce steamers want to sponsor our show,
I also need a steamer.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know, hey.
A bit of a stretch lah, but okay. We could probably do something horror related.
True
with the
crime.
Yeah.
Ghosts, steamers.
You
Mix.
never want to burn your hand again? Use a steamer by brand X, better than brand Y steamer.
Yeah, see? There you go. There's your pitch right there.
Segue. So you mentioned like how like criminals, right, murderers or serial killers, when they die, they become spirits. What's stopping them from being true? So segue, there is a really good movie by local director Kelvin Tong. It's a Hong Kong film. He went on to direct one Hong Kong horror after The Maid. It's called Number One Rule. Number One Rule. So it's about two detectives who have the third eye. They get assigned to a special department in the Hong Kong Police Department where they investigate spiritual things. So it's about them chasing after a spirit that was a serial killer.
Yo.
It's basically like Briefcase X Ghost Maps. So it's like a mix of both. They have to investigate why is this spirit killing off things, because it was a serial killer.
Oh, the spirit was killing off people.
Yes.
Yo, can you imagine trying to bring it to your boss? You'd be like, sir, legit. I swear, I'm not screwing with you. It's a ghost. Your sergeant, your captain be like, bro, you want a 1 week off mental health leave?
Yeah. I feel like it's a really underrated movie. I rewatched it recently on Netflix. And like the whole title is like number one rule, right? So the first thing the superintendent said to them was like, the number one rule is that there is no such thing as ghosts.
Hey.
That's basically like a preemptive suggestion to what they should write on their report.
I
Because
think-
nobody will... Okay, if you... I supposedly they find proof that ghosts exist and they are killing off people. What do you think the public will react to?
I genuinely like to believe, right? Like when you said that they go up to like their sergeants, like Sergeant Ghost, it's confirmed Ghost one. Right? I like to believe the way they did it, right, was like that meme from the dude from the History Channel where he's like aliens. It's like,
Yeah.
Sergeant, hear me out. Ghosts. And Sergeant's like, okay, you're fired.
Yep. So
Get out.
you are saying that this ghost make you crash your car. Yeah. Okay, so
Yes.
speaking of ghosts and police, slight tangent. My sister told me this story from her colleague who used to be in the police force. So this was like I think like maybe 5-6 years ago when he was still serving as a police officer in national service, and he was patrolling in, I think, a very secluded forest area where it's one of those like lone roads like in Singapore, some very ulu area. So he saw an old man on the road, and it's his job, because that area I think apparently is known to have like illegal immigrants. So he go and ask for IC while his partner was just beside him, and the person passed him the IC. So of course the first thing that he will
Ghost
call
IC,
it
is it?
in. Yes. He will call it in. He'll be like, who's this? And then the person like call him.
Yeah.
He say, bro, this person already passed away. This person is already deceased. So he's holding on to the IC, and he
Yeah.
look up, nobody.
No, ayo.
Then I don't know what did he do to the IC.
Yeah,
So he didn't. I think he just threw it away lah. So of course he didn't write a report.
yeah.
Yeah. Then I think he just said like misinformation or something.
Can you imagine the ghost? You throw away his IC, right? It's freaking $50 to replace the first time, and then $150 to replace every subsequent time. I think it goes up to $300 or something. And at some point, ICA is like, "Sir, are you selling your identity?"
He goes to his like his living relatives in his
Yeah.
dream. Can burn for me $50 or not? This one a bit awkward. Sorry.
Yeah.
The police officer took my IC, then he give back.
No. In the dream, they go like, "Okay, I need you to go to the ICA and then make one for me, and then you burn her again. You burn the IC itself."
Well, I would like to believe, like, the slightly less exciting version of the story is, right?
Yeah.
It's a fake ID. So the old man got fake ID, and then he give the police officer, and the police
Yeah.
officer turn around, and like turn
Then the
back,
old
like,
man chow.
then the old man's like, shit. He starts running away.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Because the old man need the fake ID to go into the club.
Yeah, no. The old man actually like illegal immigrant. Then he swim across the causeway.
Well, that
That makes
seems
a little bit more
Yeah,
sense.
A bit too much stretch. I feel like the scary one is still the best.
I love how you're like, that seems a bit too much of a stretch. It's a
Yes,
fake
yes.
ID, and then he sort of ghost lah.
Of course, not illegal immigrants.
Of course, ghosts, like who would do that at 3 a.m. in the morning? Like,
Exactly.
that doesn't make sense, right? So Ras Wong says that he's asking, is the channel Briefcase? Yes, a Briefcase podcast. It's on Spotify,
Yeah.
iTunes, and wherever you can find podcasts. You guys are you guys on YouTube?
We are not on YouTube because, but now that I have this mask, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Support.
Aye.
So can we suggest some podcasts like ours? We really like the Japanese horror podcast Kawabana. Kawabana. Kowabana. Yeah.
You've
Really
told me this
good.
many times.
Yeah,
Every
really
time I
good.
hear Kawabanga.
I know. I'm trying not to say that. And American podcast, Cop's Husband. Yeah, I think he's retired. Lazy Masquerade, Swamp Dweller. They are like podcasts that we look up to. Like we really like their production value and their stories. They are creepy. If you like American stories, yeah.
I mean, aside from a briefcase, which you should be listening to, aside from a
Yeah.
briefcase, like
True crime, true crime.
True crime.
So you
Yeah.
this is the listening order, right? You listen to the true crime. Then after they pass on already, then become you listen to Ghost Maps.
Then we pass it on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So you were halfway through your nightmare sequence.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
And then we
your nightmares.
went on a weird tangent
Yeah,
about
it's
like
okay.
ICs.
and steamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so like I would have nightmares and then I would wake up. And then so like this has been happening since like a couple of months ago. And I think there hasn't been a night where I haven't had like part of
my
not
God.
related. So no, but it'll always be kind of related to whatever I'm doing that week lah. So like I'm pre-writing the scripts for the next 3 episodes, which include like Anthony La, the Hello
Oh,
Kitty murder, the Hong Kong one. Yeah, and then eventually, like, I'm moving on to, like, this Japanese serial killer that killed babies. A bit crazy. Yeah, and then so I keep thinking about it. Yeah, and then, like, my listeners will DM me. They'll be like, hey, Teddy, have you heard of this horrific crime?
No, but thanks for letting me know.
It's great. I'll give you a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like that one guy, right? I'm pretty sure he's like that also. I'm that one friend in your circle that is super into horror. So I think I've set a new record and I've gone to a new low. I went to a wake last night and guess what I was talking about?
Hey,
Ghost
bro, don't.
stories.
Hey, bro, don't. You didn't disrespect, yeah.
No.
You
I did
Carl Ong, Dr. Disrespect.
Dude, no. The family was asking, and I'm like, am I supposed to say? He said, yeah, for our entertainment. Okay, I'm gonna share. And then they started telling, you want ghost stories or not? I tell you, I'm like, funeral. It's like, it's okay. Oh, okay, lor. Then I
okay,
just do
okay.
it, lor. No, I'm not like, hey, I'm gonna come here to a wake and tell ghost stories. I don't do that. Instead, I'm known as the guy as like, you want ghost stories?
It would be really funny if like you showed up to work. It's like, guys, Carl's here. Who wants ghost stories? Let me tell you, latest episode of Ghost Maps, Wow.
Yeah, but I feel like your dreams, right? It could be a manifestation of what you think, lah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's very visual and it's like more than 3 months, I think you should really look into it.
I hear last time the Supernatural Confessions guy, they do like the what do you call that? Triage. They triage your ghost for you.
So are you gonna seek help?
No, I know. But like I think I'm gonna watch a lot more trash TV, and as long as I watch enough trash TV, it'll outweigh the
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I totally get. I totally get what you mean.
Okay, that brings up a very good point because somebody asked me recently, do I get like freaked out when I write the scripts?
Yeah.
I do as well. What trash TV is great for countering writing scripts where it's just like you're like
Holy shit! So recent. So
It's okay. It's fine.
when I first started, I was watching a lot of 90 Day Fiancé.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
but then the new season, the couples are like whatever. And then so recently I watched Clickbait. So that's not trash, but the ending was trash. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
No, I don't watch it. Yeah.
Netflix, get it together. And then after that, right now there's this new series called Marrying Millions from TLC, and the second so Marrying Millions is about regular people who marry millionaires.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's real special. You know they in it for true love.
Of course.
Yeah, totally.
Clearly, okay.
Yeah.
And the second season of Welcome to Plathville, all TLC produces great trash, is out. And what was it? Bollywood Wives was great when it was there. Yeah, but now it's not. Yeah. Oh, Indian matchmaking, so good.
So if you want to do horror or like true crime podcasts and you are scared, watch those.
Yeah.
Or you could like watch stuff
Get-
from.
I would like to throw in a suggestion as well. Love is Blind.
Oh, is it the one where they put the mask and...
No. They've got like a wall separating them. And then it's not even to date. It's they're
Yeah.
looking for like somebody to marry.
Ayo.
Yeah.
Eh, don't eh?
Oh, you'll love it.
Eh, don't do that leh.
The actual series itself is great.
Yeah.
But then they have it's called what? After the
Oh, the
Alter
follow-up,
special.
the follow-up.
Oh,
Yeah. No. It's like Love Island. Ayo, don't.
no.
Love Island, is it the one that naked one?
That one I'm not sure.
No,
Naked
got
Island.
one called Naked and Afraid.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one is actually quite good. That one not trashy at all. That one
Yeah.
is like you just see who is more whiny, and usually it's the guy that's more whiny.
Like Survivor is.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy is like, oh, you have to eat protein. Oh, you have to go in the sun. Then the girl is like, no, I'm gonna take a nap here because it's hot.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a good approach.
Okay, so back to Briefcase.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry. Well, technically we're still on topic because this is coping mechanisms for
Yes.
dealing with
Yeah.
frustration.
Exactly.
I wanted to ask, like, going back a little bit, like, why true crime? When did this start? And then when did you decide, like, oh, I'm going to do a true crime podcast?
I don't remember when it started, but when I was in uni, for some reason, I started listening to a lot of unsolved mysteries. So I listened to a lot of podcasts because I'm a kantang, And then so from podcasts, there was unsolved mysteries. Then there was serial killers. And you know, podcasts, they produce it like so fast, so well.
Yeah.
And then I also listened to a lot of NPR with Teddy Cruz. Yeah, so I used to play games and listen to the podcast. So on one hand, I would be on like Left 4 Dead 2 and in the... and then eventually, like when Stephanie Sue started, one of my friends suddenly was like, you like true crime, right? You should listen to more Stephanie Sue. So I listened to her and I was like, wow, her storytelling is so funny, it's so different, so fresh. And then I listened to a bunch of other true crime people on YouTube. Like there's one I think called Kendall Ray. She will tell you the story and she's on this armchair. And for some reason, she always got one dog, one cat behind her on the armchair. And I was like, wow, that's so cute. Then she's talking about death and her dog sleeping in the back.
Okay, good balance.
Good balance. So eventually, when the first lockdown happened, I was like, oh my God, I'm so bored and so fat. So I was like, you know what? Singapore doesn't have a true crime one, but Singapore does have podcasts that do true crime, like Hidden Among Us, if I'm not wrong. And there's also Homebrewed Evil, but they haven't put out an episode in a while. Yeah, and I think both of them are run by younger people, like students with like still school. Yeah, because I remember seeing one of their Instagram thing being like, oh, sorry, we're not posting this week, got exams. And I'm like, ayo, got exams I got work stress leh.
Ayo, you're so cute, got exam.
My performance review coming up. Maybe I skip one episode or so, which really got lah. Sometimes like when
Okay, yeah.
performance review coming up, I skip one episode. Yeah, so I think that's Hidden Among Us and Homebrew Evil. And then I was like, well, not a lot of them really cover a lot of specifically Singapore cases. So I started with Singapore cases and then Singapore got not that many cases for me to sustain over a long period of time. And I bought the domain name for 3 years because that was the best deal.
When I was listening to your podcast, I was like, yeah, she's gonna run out of Singapore stories.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
real
what I was
quick.
thinking as well. Like,
Yeah,
Because you go Wikipedia, it's like 1 page.
No, it's 2 pages.
Really?
Yeah, so it's
I think she would know.
crime list of major crimes before 2000 and list of major crimes after 2000. Yeah. So sometimes when I'm uninspired and I don't want to do a case, I'll just like put my mouse and I'll scroll and see where it is. What do I vibe today? Yeah. Sometimes I just grab it off Crime Watch, like so. I'll go and find a juicy episode on Crime Watch. Then I'll check if the Crime Watch episode was real lah. I'll be like, was this a real case? Better not be fake. I think Crime Watch is mostly real lah.
Yeah.
But one of my friends who's a lawyer tell me that apparently the court acting is terrible lah. Yeah, my boyfriend tells me the court acting is terrible, and I'll just watch the episode of Crime Watch and 90% thanks Crime Watch for your contribution to a Briefcase podcast. Bless.
That's a phrase I never thought I would hear. Thanks, Crime Watch. Thanks.
Don't share that. If MediaCorp, if you want to work with us,
I mean, yes,
Yeah.
Crime Watch.
Reach
Crime
out.
Watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all big fans.
We are all big fans. She can do the investigation. We can do the after.
Yeah.
Post-human experience. You see.
I was actually talking to this artist from overseas, and she's from the States.
Yeah.
And she's talking about like how they have their own version of Crime Watch. And like, serial killers. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
we got Crime Watch here as well. Sometimes they do like, phone scams and all that. And then she bursts out, she's like, y'all are adorable.
Yeah.
No, isn't Singapore the most scammable country or something? Somebody went and advertised. I'm just like, if we are the most scammable, you should not be advertising that we are the most scammable. That is counterintuitive.
Yep, exactly.
You should hide that shit. Scammable? Us? No.
No. Very
such
secure.
thing, no such thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, speaking of like your true crime cases, right? Rakesh Nelson is actually asking, what is the scariest case you've covered?
So interestingly, I did this case with Ruben, and so if the case is real, it's hella scary. If it's not real, it's not scary at all. So it's the Novena Church exorcism. Because the details of the case are it's either the church's version or the person's version. So either this woman was possessed by a snake, a soldier, and literally was, I am Lucifer, what is your name? And then the pastor went to give his name. I'm just like, if the devil himself is asking for your name, perhaps you should take this one chance to lie and throw the person that you hate under the bus. Teddy, who's Teddy? I'm Carl Hong.
I was literally about to say, what is your name? Teddy, my name's Teddy. I look like Teddy, right? Don't I look like Teddy?
Yeah, so if it's real, it's a bit scary because that means that like possessions and exorcisms are real. In terms of human scariness, the one that I'm going to cover soon, the Hello Kitty murders, is very, very scary because there was a 13-year-old girl involved, and then like there was part of like the court judgment was like the police asked her, okay, so why do you torture this woman? Then she was like, I don't know. And then the police was like, what do you mean by you don't know? And then she was like, I think my boyfriend said that it was supposed to be fun. And then you're like, okay, so this guy is a pedophile who manipulated this 13-year-old girl so hard that she couldn't figure out what her own thoughts on the matter were. Yeah. And then he tortured and killed somebody so brutally that there's no way this would have been his first like torture. So that I think that's very scary. Yeah.
Well, that answers the question about.
So is that the scariest case?
That's the one I've been thinking about for a long time. In the Singapore context, I think the Tua Payoh murders were very scary. So the Geylang Bahru murders, I've been wanting to cover it, but like I can't bring myself to approach it because I scared. Yeah.
Why? But you did the Toa Payoh one, the ritual killings.
Yeah, that one took a while. The one was interesting because my friend Margaret, her grandfather worked with through some like digging, we found that her grandfather worked with her Adrian Lim at Rediffusion, and that apparently Rediffusion Singapore was like a hotbed of black magic. So now you buy a second-hand record, you feel a bit paranoid.
Just don't play backwards, lah, can already.
Like Highway to Hell, right?
Yeah. Interesting. So for Singapore is the Adrian Lim case, and then for I guess like Asia is the Hello Kitty.
So far, what do you think is like the most scary case you've heard? Like real people, not ghosts. Actually, ghosts also can tell me.
Ghosts, I wouldn't consider it as a case, lah.
Yeah. Also, like I think we're all kind of in agreement with you where it's a case of like compared to like real people, ghost stories, not really that scary, lah.
Nole, I just watched this movie called The Medium.
Oh, we're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch it soon by the director of Shutter, right?
Yeah, that one a bit scary.
I scared. A bit.
Yeah.
If Teddy says a bit, then for us shouldn't be scary, right?
No, it's damn scary.
For you, maybe.
Okay, so case okay lah. I don't want to, because you see the thing about stories is that for listeners, for all Ghost Maps episodes, right, and including the stories that we tell on Dead Air, they are all real accounts by people, but real in a sense whereby as far as we could research and find out of, right? But there's always this 90% of the time you're being paranoid, right? It's usually the 90%. So we're not worried, right? That's why we don't really want to do demonic stories or very, very deeply personal stories that has some connections to us. So I have a lot of those. And I mean, when I started Ghost Maps, like almost 2 years ago, I actually was quite a non-believer. I'm agnostic, right? But until I saw a possession, first-hand possession, and I was there. Like, I was one of the participants to trying to stop the thing. So I had no power. I was basically useless. So yeah, that's the scariest thing, because you see things that you cannot explain at all. No signs, no nothing. Yeah, and I'm forever bound to not tell the stories in detail.
Yeah.
Because it's actually something that very personal to that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so yeah, that's probably the scariest thing for me.
I mean, the stock answer for me, at least in terms of humans, is probably Adrian Lim lah. Because I think that one, just because it's so well known and just because it's almost like when you think, okay, when anybody even outside Singapore thinks, oh, murderer Singapore, that's the first name that comes to mind. Like some of the episodes I listened to on your podcast actually genuinely surprised me, because I never knew about like stuff like that as well. So like, scary is not the word I use. Unsettling, probably. It's not like I'm gonna. I mean, it's different for you because like, you know, you're writing about it, so obviously you're getting like really into depth on it lah. But like, it's not something that I'm gonna get nightmares about. It's just something where I sit down and I go like, I can't believe somebody actually can do this.
Would do this, right?
Yeah.
No, so have you seen like pictures of him? Like, have you seen like?
Yeah.
I have it. Yeah.
How did he get so many women to send money to him? Like, how? You see his face. I'm just like,
Supernatural.
It has to be, because
It
with a
has
face
to
like that, not
be,
very natural.
yeah. I was
It
just
is,
like, oh my god, no, don't do that. Don't send money to him. Stop.
It's like, how many red flags does that face alone raise?
Exactly.
So Gil Chong disagrees with me when I was talking about like how like I'm afraid of I'm more afraid of humans. He says that for human you can fight back, but for a supernatural being you can't. No, you can get
Yeah.
religion, get help. You can.
Put all the different religious
But of course,
symbols.
I think they're both equally dangerous. But I just feel that humanity itself will destroy itself.
Yeah.
It's a very bleak outcome. It's a very goth outcome, you know, like almost like My Chemical Romance kind of outcome.
I think,
for me.
but I think it's more visceral, lah. The human, like
Yeah.
when you read the cases, like you know for a fact, like
Yeah.
with ghost stories, like did it happen? And the spookiness is in not knowing.
Yeah.
But with like
Yeah.
all the
People
cases,
is like somebody did it with like their hands, and
Yeah.
they thought about it, and they actually went and was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. This is fine. It's totally okay for me to do this.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think like probably, I mean, because a lot of these stories, it's not like when I hear about these cases, right? Just before like true crime was like a big thing, and you hear these cases and you think, you just hear like snippets of it, like, oh, Adrian Lim did this.
Yeah.
So it's visceral enough, but it's also in a very broad sense. I think the closest I've gotten to an actual emotional, not say emotional, but like a very emotional response was, like, have you seen I'll Be Gone in the Dark?
No, not yet.
Oh man, that one for me was like, because I read the book first, and what Michelle McNamara did was, she was like, I'm not going to glorify the killer.
Yeah.
I will give you all the facts about him. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the victims. I'm going to tell their story. And like, there were parts of the book where I literally was about to cry.
Oh.
And I was like, oh. And so it's not like, when like, you know, what's the scariest case? It's for me, it's not scary. It's just heartbreaking that these people had to go through this kind of shit.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, uplifting episode of Dead Air, folks.
I mean, when you talk about
Humans
true
are the
crime,
monsters.
you talk about true crime, right? You cannot be uplifting. You can't be like, oh,
Yeah.
yay! You know, like, it is always dark, right?
See,
It is always
like,
dark.
that's what I like about your podcast, because it's not like there's a certain levity to your podcast, but it's not disrespectful.
Yep.
Which is a really hard line to walk.
It's a scary line.
Yeah.
Like, especially when I have guests. Some of my friends, you know who you are. You get real edited out. Everything's
it was-
bleeped, cut, bleep. All right.
It was the lady from Malaysia whose name we shall not mention. Ruben was on the episode, right?
Hi, Ruben.
Who in Malaysia hurt him?
So wait, do you see the comments on Instagram? No. I got DMs about it. There was on that episode social.
Yeah.
Underneath there was like, you know your guest is damn disrespectful. You think you're damn good, You think you're good, You think you're Singaporean, you're good, Then I was just like, oh no, it's a joke. It's a joke. And the thing is that was the censored version already.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it goes to show that the amount of work that you put in to
Yeah.
actually ensure that they are cutesy,
Yeah.
right?
Because
Yeah.
that's a lot of research that you've clearly put in. Like you can like it. I like how in the episode you're like haha joke, and then you go into like lots of detail about the case that clearly you've had to like do a lot of research on and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're like
So it's like on 30th September, Teddy came to dead air. Did she leave? Was she ever found? She was never shown on camera. Was she tied up?
The hand hurt all, blah, blah.
yeah.
Was she coerced into this episode? The best performing episode of Dead Air.
She said it was an iron, but who threw the iron at her? Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, so Jolene is asking question for Teddy. Did you ever came across a crime story that felt too scary to tell?
Wow, actually, so far there's 3 on my list that I want to tell, but are very sensitive and very scary. So, and they all involve children. So it's the Geylang Baru murder, the murder of Noi Noi.
Is it the stack one?
Yeah, it's the stack one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the murder of Noi Noi, which was like her stepfather.
Yeah.
And then the one that actually was super intense for me, like the one that made my own mother not let me go anywhere through my entire childhood was Huang Na.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when Huang Na happened, I was in, I think, primary school, like upper primary. And then like my mom just freaked the shit out. No, you're not allowed out of the house. You gotta...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happened to me as well. Yeah. Not you, right?
Too
I
old
hope.
lah. Too old lah.
No, wait, you look 18.
My parents look at me, they're like, "Ayah, who wanna kidnap him?" Hey, go lah.
Okay, now it's like that for me. I'm just like, oh, you want kidnap me? Don't need lah.
So
Find someone else.
You can pay or not? You can pay for my expenses or not? Yeah. Go ahead lah.
Got per diem, sir? Need to expense or charge first?
So Dennis says that he uses a Jiffy steamer. Just sharing.
Oh, thanks, Dennis. Maybe the next time, like I won't like have a screwed up hand.
Yeah.
I like how we went through, like, this episode was like, oh yeah, very sad. Then steamers, Kiasuism.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you would like to sponsor a Briefcase Podcast, a steamer, you can find us at briefcasepodcast.com and send a steamer. I will pick it up with my mask. I'll wear a mask and go to the MRT and pick up.
Yeah. Sponsor the steamer for clothes, even though we don't have a YouTube channel and
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
never see me or there. But when we do have the YouTube channel, then okay lah.
Hey, y'all got merch, is it?
Yeah,
Who,
we
us
do.
ah?
Yeah, you got merch, right? Oh, yes. Maybe you too need a steamer for
We-
your merch.
yes.
So
Yeah, we do.
everything goes out freshly steamed.
I like how today is the episode
Yeah.
where both of us clearly had laundry day and then didn't wear our merch.
Hey, I don't have merch, but soon I thinking of merch.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, she should do this as a merch. I think this is
Yeah.
pretty dope. So you can join the Briefcase Nation.
I was gonna put like a Briefcase Podcast on the forehead, but then my friend Michelle said, "Hey, disrespectful. This someone else's podcast. You don't anyhow go and pimp your shit."
see, you say that. I just appeared on like some it was a fundraiser for Singlet Station. And so everybody was doing readings from like their books that had deal with the supernatural. So like, Ng Yi Sheng was reading from his book, not his book, the book he edited for Off My Walk and all that. So they'll show the cover and everything. I was reading from Ghost Maps.
Yeah.
I clearly got no cover to show. So on the back of my script, I just wrote on there, "We are HANTU."
Nice.
He like freaking printed out the script. Like that's like next level old man shit.
Hey!
I gotta do one jab. Come on, you gotta let me do one jab.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so
I already made a joke about my own age, so it's fine.
Marvel Sutantio.
Sustantio.
Sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly. Mr. Marvel. Okay, I'm just calling you Mr. Marvel. Mr. Marvel's say that, but on the other hand, ghosts and demons are one-dimensional, as you know what they want. They are transparent. You you can see through them, pun intended.
Wow.
God. Okay.
Respect. That's the kind of pun either one of us would have come
Yeah,
up with.
it's
Respect.
really shitty pun. You're very transparent about it. But yes, but what they want is your soul. You only have one soul.
Not worth.
Not
Yeah,
one
exactly,
finger.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not one arm, but one soul.
Like that, I rather deal with them because, like, you know, you take my soul, so no point, what? Value also, like, yeah.
Only I like my soul. Don't cheapen your soul.
Yeah. Hey, your soul, like on the black market, probably $1 million, you know.
My soul.
You're a kind soul, man.
No. $5 so I don't think I can get.
While human can wear, he continues, while human can wear masks, pretend to be kind, but then stabs you in the back, literally, figuratively, or both. Yeah, I guess.
See, that's why I'm like, you know, take my soul. I rather not get stabbed.
I don't know. If you get stabbed, maybe you got insurance money. More worth.
Yeah. You there's a higher chance of you surviving.
Got accident insurance not? Sometimes it's really quite worth. You stab a bit, then 200k. Worth.
There's a stabbing come under accident insurance.
It does.
Yeah.
It does,
Hey,
it does, it
I
does.
sound a bit too enthusiastic. Don't worry, my friends. I'm not gonna stab you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
all your friends probably in the comments like,
A lot of the murders are insurance linked though, like a fair amount, like Sunny Ang in Singapore and
No, that
the
was
Chai
like
Demon. Yeah.
Super macabre, that one.
Yeah. Insurance murders, real thing.
I think the scariest, I feel like the scariest episode was the China one.
Which one?
The criminal
Um,
that had like,
the serial killer, right? The,
yeah, he killed like a lot of
name?
women.
Yang Sin Hai?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it's almost to the point whereby I'm like, wow, that's like a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. I think at some point you might get desensitized to it because you're just like stabby stab another day.
Like a day job.
Yeah, like a
I was
day
like,
job.
oh man, let me tell you about my day at work.
Hey, don't you feel like podcasting sometimes feels like a second job? You sit down, you settle in, and you're like, all right, another day, another death. Let's go.
That transition from stabbing to podcasting was a little bit too quickly.
Yeah. No, but like for us, nobody died. We hope.
I mean,
People got hurt.
technically dead already lah.
No. I'm
Aiyo.
talking about the victims. The
Oh.
victims, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her victim dead, past tense, right?
Correct.
For us, the dead? No, not really lah, right?
The perpetrator
Traumatized
dead.
Traumatized, probably nightmares but not dead lah. So that I guess that's the difference.
I like how we're consoling ourselves. When the real takeaway we should be taking from this is don't hang around insurance salesmen.
Okay, so insurance people, if you listen to our podcast or her podcast, let us know.
Yes.
We want to get some statistics right in here.
I wonder whether my insurance guy is listening. Vic, you listening or not? Can you give us some statistics or not?
Yeah.
Give my insurance guy's name.
Is this your friend, Mr. Crocodile?
I don't know.
The crocodile spelled as KROKO, then dial, like dial phone.
I don't know.
God
Well,
damn it.
he's,
Yeah.
I'm assuming he goes, yo!
Yo.
So I'm assuming he's talking to you. Lah.
Oh, yo.
Okay, now we bridge things a bit. This
Alright.
is
Yeah,
sync up a bit.
We tighten it up.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do that.
So we talked about like how like, you know, does it affect you and everything. While recording your episodes, anything happened to you? Or not? Anything supernatural?
No lah, but actually got.
Are you serious?
No lah. Okay, so now this is the fine line between am I stirring shit in my own head or is this stuff that happens? So, Carl, you edit, right? You write, you edit.
Yep.
And do you ever edit in this room
Yeah, I used to.
alone at night?
Yeah, I stayed till 3 a.m.
Yeah. So when you listen with your headphones on, do you ever feel like? Sometimes I don't know whether it's my headphones are really shitty or what. Do you ever feel like you hear murmuring behind the sound? So that's what I sometimes hear. And then sometimes I just think it's my mic is damn shitty or thanks Blue Yeti.
Okay.
Or sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, is it my friends damn shitty when they're recording? They go and tap the table, do this, do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Wait, hang on. While she's talking about shitty mics, now's a very good time to mention our mics are Audio Technica.
Audio Technica, yeah. So before I go into the story, very smooth. Before I go into the story, right? I need to set some context. Everything is Audio Technica, right?
Yeah.
Mics, headphones. So nothing wrong with Audio Technica equipment. I love it, right? But I do have experience. I have experienced what you have experienced. Actually, it was last month.
It's not just me, right?
It was in the
feels like-
day. It was in the it was in the day, and it was on the
Oh.
7th month.
Same. Mine was when I was editing scary stories with Michelle. Then-
7th month, right?
Yeah, then I keep on feeling like I hear somebody
Yeah.
out, like just outside of my
It's normal.
headphones. Like,
It's normal. So this pair of headphones in particular, they are pretty high end, so you can hear almost everything.
Yeah.
So I was recording with a talent for another project. So I was like, this is like 4 p.m. in the afternoon, so like, everything is bright, right? So I was listening, and then I just took off my headphones like that, and
Yeah.
the client was like, "Carl, you got noise?" I don't know.
yeah.
But I keep hearing a third voice. I had 2 mic inputs. I
Yeah.
heard a third voice.
Wait, what was the third voice saying?
I can't hear, just mumbling.
Just mumbling,
At the back,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Then you think it's like feedback or some shit. So you just change the wires. You keep changing wires, but you still hear feedback.
Yeah, change
Yeah.
headphones. I did that. Same thing. So I juiced up. I heard. I was like, I went back home. I listened to the record. Nothing. Clean. Very clean. So like it's just like, and I told my
Yeah.
sister, and my sister just said, yeah lah. Sometimes they just like to mess with you lah. Especially 7th month. I'm like, yeah lah.
Yeah,
Okay lah. I
yeah.
don't care lah. Like like you want to make your presence known. Okay, fine. I know. That's it. Just you do your thing. I do my thing. Right.
Mine is I just think my headphones are damn cheap. I took them off my last workplace. They never asked for them back. Oh well.
Wow. Free stuff, right?
Mine now.
I feel like this makes it a lot worse because at least you could have like chalked it up to terrible headphones.
Yeah.
It turns out our headphones great, still
Yeah.
can hear stuff.
And I'm not gonna put in money into more headphones. So I'm just like, well, it's the headphones.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
you know what? Let's go with that. Yeah,
That's
the
right.
headphones. The headphones.
Yeah.
Avnish, he's saying that just buy a new headphone.
Afnish, if you would like to sponsor, we're
Yeah.
looking for some cash money out there.
Okay, so WSA is asking, speaking of matchmaking, did we talk about matchmaking?
Oh, we talked about Indian matchmaking
Okay.
on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he or she is asking, what do you guys think about the practice of ghost brides and husbands? Oh,
Wow, I'll be damn pissed.
Lord.
Okay, so I know my mother, Mrs. Teo. whoa. So Mrs. Teo had a very definitive idea of who I should marry growing up. You see, Mrs. Teo's ideal boy is tall, rich, conservative. Yes, he would keep my treasured virginity as is until marriage. So I can imagine if I died before like I had a chance to marry or like seriously date somebody, Mrs. Mama Teo would find some dumbass reason to match me up with like the nerdy ass son of somebody. Yeah, it would be dope. And then I would be eternity with this dude that I never met before.
I was just thinking,
Yeah.
how? Wow, that would be the worst.
Yeah, you're ghost. Woo, ghost way and having a great time. Are you married?
No.
Yeah, you're not married. Ghost way and having a great time. Being a little F bro, whatever you call it with the ghost ladies. You hit in it. And then suddenly your parents are, hey, wait, come back home. 5 minutes, fast game. And then you're married to this girl and you don't know who she is, what she likes. Hate it. I hate the idea of it. That's a terrible concept.
okay. But if it's like you met each other in the spirit realm, and then you tell your mom, "Hey, I want to get married."
Wait. Okay.
Yeah,
Hang
I
on.
think it's just the perception of it in general.
Okay, so I am not married. I have a partner. But let's say I touch wood lah. Let's say I die.
Yeah.
If I had a partner at death, can my parents still match make me with ghosts?
Damn rude.
Okay,
Right?
so I think we are
I know they wouldn't, but could they?
we are all in agreement that parents matchmake us with someone else, dead or alive. Dead or alive. Okay, Asian parents, listen, dead or alive is wrong. No. Kyle says no, right? But if it's like, oh, you found someone in the spirit realm, right? So would you guys say yes?
Wow.
If you found someone in the spirit realm,
What's the purpose of getting married in the spirit realm? Not like you need them as your hi, are you the legally married partner so you can go to hospital? Hi, this is the insurance. Here's how inheritance works, spousal inheritance. No, what's the point? Married for what?
Eternity, like literal eternity.
Wow, I cannot. Like, eternity is a bit long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that comedian Jim Jeffries, right? He says that having a kid is better than getting married. Because getting married is till death do us apart. Having a kid is until 21 years old, right? So
Wow.
it's a pretty shit contract.
Okay, so would you, Carl? Would you?
Oh, I would do it. I'll do
Oh.
it. I'll do it in a heartbeat. Like I think if you meet someone you love, be it you are dead or alive, I will still do it. Yeah, I love my wife, right? So she knows. So
Hey.
till death do us apart. Till spirit will do us apart, right? But I think because I have personal experience, not in a sense where I married a dead woman, right?
Oh, she's very much alive.
No, but
Yeah,
it's
she's-
very
she's
sweet.
very much-
Carl is saying that he would marry her twice if he could.
Yeah, that's fair.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's hella sweet.
But I think we're taking a little bit of context. Now that I think about it, right? I think he's asking if you marry someone who is dead. You know there is a practice.
If- wait,
in-
if
Oh,
you're alive-
if you're
you
alive.
marry someone who's dead, yeah, they give you ang pao.
Oh.
Legit, ghost wife and ghost husband. It happens.
Not to, put myself in any position, but how much? How much?
Okay.
I think you also need to check the currency because if you get hell note, then
I-
it's
not
like
worth,
it's
not
gonna-
worth.
No, I feel like okay. So in ancient China, from what I've researched, in ancient China, I think even till now, like in some Chinese populated countries, I don't think it's done in Singapore. But what they do is that if a woman dies young and she's still unmarried, or a man even, like what they will do is they will put an ang pao, a red packet, and put something that belonged to the deceased with a bag of hair or fingernails and gold and stuff. They will throw it on the ground, and then they will wait. They will ambush. Whoever picks up that person means that he or she is meant to marry that deceased person.
Or maybe he or she just likes free money, as do we all.
Right. So so the whole Asian teachings of like don't anyhow pick up anything.
Yeah.
It applies. I wanted to pick up $10 at Bedok Reservoir
Ayo.
on 7 months, and my sister stopped
Yeah.
me. She's like, "Don't." I'm like, "It's free money. It's like
Yeah.
$10." Like she's like, "No, it's Bedok Reservoir and it's 7 months. Don't go." I'm like, okay, fine. So yeah, I think that's how they trap you, right? I think if it's in America, you could be charged for entrapment, bro.
No, this is like if I'm not wrong, this is like Kazakhstani bride kidnapping.
No, but you don't
Yeah.
pick up the person, what? The person pick
No,
up
but
the
once
stuff.
the person pick up the stuff, you go and pick up the person with the stuff. What?
Yeah, they will
That one-
literally
that one
like
a bit more
they'll be
real
like,
about that one.
hey, I wanna, like.
Yeah.
But that's one of the customs, right? Morally, for me, I think it's wrong. I think you shouldn't force someone into marriage. It should be a mutual thing.
Especially to a
Right.
ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl, Wayne, and Teddy says no.
No.
But there's another one that I'm experiencing is my godma who is deceased, right? She died single. So I think what happened, I wasn't born, I was just very young. So what happened after a few years after she deceased, I think my grand aunt got like a legit dream that told her I'm getting married. She was in her wedding gown. She's like, I met a guy in the afterlife.
Yeah.
And guess what happened? Few days later, the guy's family contacted my family.
They had a dream.
Yeah, so like it's
Yeah.
like that's how do you explain that kind of thing? Like
Yeah.
and then they got married. Like in the afterlife lah. So
Yeah.
it was arranged. So she's married.
You know what? That's cute. I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that.
Right?
Yeah,
so
that one's
choice,
real
right?
cute.
So I think there's two versions, right? There's the one that is force and entrapment, and then there's the one just like normal humans, right?
I thought the false one was. I thought when he mentioned matchmaking, it was false because matchmaking
Yeah.
always like implies the presence of a third party to
Yeah.
make the match. Whereas this one is like in this sense, a love marriage.
I'm gonna raise the question that I think we should have raised a long time ago. Is there Tinder in the afterlife?
Oh no, but then it becomes the question of how do you catch your spouse cheating in the afterlife?
What? Okay, how do you catch your spouse cheating in the afterlife when you're still alive?
No, like when you're dead also. So you're
No,
dead, your
both of
spouse
you-
is
both of you
dead.
dead,
So
yeah.
you take
Oh, okay lah.
you go and take their phone and check also is it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But then also you'll need like your living relatives to burn the phone for you.
Oh my
so
god,
that
you know
can
what's then funny? Then you catch your spouse cheating and like, you know, in real life sometimes you kill the spouse or whatever, but in the afterlife, what's the worst that's gonna happen to you? Now your spouse knows you're cheating and y'all break up. And then what, your spouse haunts you? A ghost haunting a ghost?
No, I guess it's like, depends on what mode of religion that you believe in, right? I mean, in the Buddhist context, is that she gets to reincarnate you and you don't.
That's literally what I was
And then you
thinking.
just stay there.
That's good.
Then
That's
you like,
literally-
you got abandonment issues, and then you're speaking to the undead psychiatrist for like the 1,000th time. It's like, Teddy, we've been through this, right?
Yeah.
You gotta let go. Like, she's probably a baby right now. It's like, but I don't care. I love her. You know, that's
No, that's like, can you imagine the psychiatrist is like, New Toe, the cow head thing is like, moo, bro, move on.
we saw that coming, right?
I know.
Yeah,
And we wonder why our fans give us terrible puns.
exactly. So,
Bad influence.
Shannan Sushesh. Sorry if I pronounce wrong. Why got wine bottle, but everyone drinking from can or packet? I just came
Sorry
through
lah.
and thought that this was an offering for something, or am I just reading too much into it?
Hey, the wine bottle and the mask together, a bit scary, you know?
It's okay. It's all good. All good.
All good.
All good. Okay.
So when-
It's an offering
When-
for us. you
Yes.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers,
Friend?
cheers. So, Avnish says, please read this slowly. First situation, and I like how he.
Oh, I was
or she
looking at that.
Targeted Wayne specifically.
Yeah, I don't know why. but
First
okay.
situation, Mr. Millionaire. Hey Wayne, you have to do a show with a pocong. Pocong.
what?
A
What's
pocong. Pocong is
It's a sort of ghost that's in the burial shroud.
Yeah.
For Muslim burial shroud.
Yeah. So if you don't untie, they are supposed to untie the knot, right?
Okay.
So because they bury vertically, so you're supposed to untie the knot after a certain time. If you don't, they'll jump out and then they'll haunt people.
Oh, I know this. This
Yeah,
is in
jump,
like the
jump
Channel 8 drama, and then they hop. Then you must
Uh,
slap the thing on their head.
No, that one is the Chinese version. This is the
Yeah, it's similar though. It's kind of a hopping.
but they don't have a charm to
Yeah
stop
lah.
it lah. So okay, so you have to do a show with a pocong. Wayne, okay, no problem. Okay. Then second situation, hey, Mr. Millionaire, hey Wayne, you have to do a show with a lizard, Wayne. Wayne, what the hell? Just take your damn money. I'm good with my net worth. Is that true?
Yes.
So you would rather do a
I would rather hang out with a pocong than be in the same building as a lizard.
wow. I mean, we
Really?
have
I
really
hate
weird
lizards.
fears of lizards lah.
I hate lizards.
I think lizards are great because they eat bugs. I'd rather have a lizard in my house than like cockroaches and mosquitoes.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
But yeah, we still hate lizards. But I wouldn't. I mean, for me, right? Nobody's asking. But for me, I would do the lizard. I would.
No, I'll take.
Dude,
a-
that's a
Same.
supernatural being, bro.
It's a lizard.
A lizard, at least it does some good. It's just that
Yeah.
in terms of preference, I prefer it to be outside. I don't want it to be inside.
No.
Yeah, same. I wouldn't. I think I would like if you put me in a room with like a burial shroud ghost, I'ma start crying. You know, I'm not a brave girl. I'ma go in the corner and start sobbing. Yeah.
I mean, I probably make awkward conversations with it.
Hi.
Yeah,
How'd you
it's-
die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look comfortable in there, I guess.
Very tidy. Who's
Yeah.
your undertaker?
Very snuggly. So apparently, Avnish has been watching Dead Air for quite some time, and thank you for noticing. And he or she knows Mr. Wayne, right? He or she knows you quite well.
This is why me and my partner have a great relationship because she hates cockroaches
Yep.
and I hate lizards,
Yeah.
Symbiotic.
and we have a cat.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like there's that nice little balance on there. Like, you know, if the cat doesn't do its job, which most of the time he doesn't, I can handle the cockroaches. When the cat doesn't do its job for the lizards, she will help me handle the lizards.
Yeah.
However, we've agreed if there's a flying cockroach in the house, we move house. No one's brave when the cockroach flies.
Me.
Oh, really?
I took out one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wow.
I took
Well
out
done.
2 actually.
Okay, so now we will change our plans. We won't move house. We just call you over.
Yeah, call me. I'll charge you like $500 for
Can.
one flight cockroach.
Dude, worth it lah.
So Mayhan, she
Mayhan!
was the previous female guest. Is asking a question.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, May.
Hi Mayhan. I want to ask about toilet ghosts. And she laughs. Are there any actual real cases that we know of? Was there someone who really got killed in the toilet, and why always a toilet?
Wow.
See, in terms of the killing, then we have to turn to
This is a
you.
loaded one.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
You don't
I
bluff.
know, I
don't bluff, no pun intended.
Yeah, can I bluff a little?
Now that she's brought it up, in terms of catching someone when they're vulnerable, yeah, toilet serial killer sounds like a really practical plan. And toilets have no CCTV.
Yeah.
There's a hose to clean everything up already.
Yeah.
Why are you giving people ideas?
No, she's just analyzing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No, interestingly enough, there wasn't somebody killed in a toilet, but there was this pair of aunties that fought over money. Okay, and this was, I think, in a shop house somewhere in Aljunied, and they killed one of the aunties killed the other auntie in their home. But she dismembered the body and put part of the body in a toilet near a public toilet near a mosque in, if I'm not wrong, Aljunied also. This was one of my earlier cases.
Yeah. I heard that one.
Yeah, so
That
that's
was
like
pretty messed up.
I would assume that if anything, that would be the toilet.
Okay, speaking of toilet, I need to use the washroom. Hope I come back in one piece.
Your washroom's real scary.
Yeah, so it's all good, bro, all good. So you guys talk about toilets first.
Very on brand, your I need to use the washroom.
No, I told her to ask that question. No, just joking.
Your timing very good.
No, continue.
Wow. Killing in toilet.
How would you kill? What's your?
How would I kill?
Yeah, I hope your partner's listening.
Oh no. She'll be able to overpower me. It's fine. So she's the least likely person I end up killing.
How you have a most likely person you'd end up killing?
I mean, I won't be a serial killer. If anything, like my
Yeah.
murders will be like crimes of passion.
Okay.
In that sense, like spur of the moment, like
Yeah.
I mean, I used to work in advertising, so there are many.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah,
makes
see,
sense.
immediately you're like,
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Now-
Makes sense. I see it.
Now you're like, I'm congratulating him for not killing anybody.
Yeah, congratulations for keeping your clients in check.
Yeah, I don't think I'd premeditate enough to figure out a plan to kill. Most likely stabbing.
With a pen, you go John Wick on them.
Pen, maybe, whatever sharp. Okay, it'll either be a stabbing or bludgeoning. It will always be whatever's the most handy.
Bludgeoning feels very personal though. No, but I think that like in terms of deaths, a lot of them are very accidental. Like, have you ever been in like a club and then suddenly this one bro decides that he's a big shit and then he breaks the beer bottle? Yeah.
Club is one thing. I've had that happen in laneway, which just makes no sense. Apparently,
Yeah.
indie bros are a thing, so I don't know. But yeah, like fights just break out. I mean, I don't think anybody's been killed at laneway. I
Yeah.
don't think anybody's been killed at laneway.
I hope not.
No, I like laneway.
Let us know if there has been.
Yes, that would be an interesting case.
I'll cover that on a Briefcase podcast. Yeah.
I heard Linway.
No, we're talking about like fights breaking out in clubs and how how most deaths are spontaneous. See,
Yeah.
if anybody would have thought about how they would kill somebody, I would feel like he's more likely.
No, but he would marry his wife twice.
No, but that's his wife. We're not talking about him killing his wife.
Ah.
Kyle, okay. Okay, wait. Between the two of us, who do you think is more likely to be a serial killer? We're not confessing anything. Between the two of us, who's more likely to be a serial killer?
I think that's a good question.
I don't think I could pull it off. I feel like you have a stronger work ethic and you are more likely to be a serial killer.
Yeah, it's hard work.
Yeah.
You have to kill 3 or more.
I give up after the first one.
Yeah, and you need a reasonable interval between each kill.
Is that actually a prerequisite that
Yeah.
has to be a reasonable interval?
3 or more an interval. If not, you're just a mass killer.
Oh.
Yeah. So mass killing is a little easier because you don't have to like not get caught in between time. But like serial killing, you gotta hide out. You gotta lay low.
What happens if you kill on 3 days in a row, 3 different people on 3 days in a row, then you take a break for a week?
That's interesting. I would still consider that a serial killer. I'm sure there's some sort of technical requirement.
Right.
But what if you considered like the 12 hours in between each? Yeah. Teddy is a bit of an alcoholic. Any Tiger beer would you like to sponsor me too?
I love Tiger.
Dude. Yeah. So I think that it depends. If only Singapore Police Force could answer that for us, but I guess not.
So yeah, no, my theory, Carl, you're probably more likely to be a serial killer. See, going by that definition, you're way more hardworking than I am. Or at least consistently way more hardworking than I
Yeah,
am.
and you are the liars for everything. You know how to organize shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you need to organize to be a serial killer?
Well, yeah, you have to plan out your murders.
Yeah, you gotta map it out. Ghost maps.
You have to map out where you're gonna make ghosts.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. So wait. So did we answer the question as to what?
Well, we answered the question that there was a body, like part of a body, hidden in a
The
toilet.
toilet.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess technically, that person could. I mean, we don't know the laws for ghosts, lah. So technically, that person could haunt every spot that their body parts are in. One.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
actually, there's a lot of bodies dumped at Kallang River, which is near where I live. So, like, I go running there. So, one of my big fears is that one day I'll be jogging, right? And then I'll, like, look in the water and the water will look back at me with eyeballs.
Fun. So
Great.
fun.
So great.
Always fun, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so where we are right now is somewhere famously haunted.
Literally, you guys have an episode about it.
Yep. Did
Wink, wink,
wink,
Wink, wink.
wink, wink.
So this office space is very famous for hauntings.
It's not in Toa Payoh.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that I mean it relates to the toilet question. So my a friend told me that don't use the toilet at a certain level.
Wait,
because
In this building.
the sister building.
Okay.
Oh.
So because the toilet there were suicides,
Oh, dear.
rapes, and apparently allegedly
Allegedly.
murders that happened in the toilet, and it was located. It is located in the car park.
You know, interestingly, with this area, I'm not super surprised that there were rapes. Yeah.
Yeah, lah, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like the building that we're talking about,
it's
after you consider all the horrible things that happen on there, at that point in time, I'm quite sure hauntings are the least scary thing that you can
Yeah,
experience.
no.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, lah, so I think there are. It's just that they don't get covered as much. Yeah. But I do think that toilet is probably the most vulnerable place to be.
Oh yeah.
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 Right. So
No. Like, so, I guess it's a bit hard to track down, but like, I was from NTU. And so one of the halls that I stayed in, like, my friend would always say that she would go in the bathroom alone to shower, right? Like, late at night after clubbing, you go in the shower, you're a bit drunk. And so she would be 100% sure that she's alone. But then, like, she would start to hear the other showers and the other toilets turning on and shit. And then she would hurry shower and she would come out and the bathroom would be empty. Yeah, but then the floors would be wet and shit. Oh, that's hella scary.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you know what's hella scary? People who don't flush. Yes.
See, now that's a whole different
no,
level of
that's
horror.
just rude, right?
That's-
That's
yeah.
just disgusting and rude.
I will say this much. I guarantee you every ghost flushes. So at least there's that certain basic level of manners and hygiene on there.
Or they just keep the tap on.
You know what's toilet ghosts are global though. There's that Japanese urban legend. Like you'll be shitting in the bathroom and oh shit, no toilet paper for you. And then suddenly these ghostly hands will reach under the toilet with like red paper or blue paper. And if you choose red, you'll get like slashed to death. And if you choose blue, you'll get strangled to death. There's no right answer.
Then what if you just use your hands? you confuse.
Even the ghost is like, ugh.
No, you use your hand.
You use their hands.
No. No. You use your hand when you're done, and then you just, bruh.
That's like the second Japanese ghost I've heard where they give you an option. Because like there's the legend of the slit mouth woman. Like
Yeah.
got the-
She's like,
and
am I pretty?
am I pretty? And then if you
Yeah.
answer one way, she'll do this. If you answer another way, she'll like, nah.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
No,
and they're
there's
always like false choices.
Yeah.
There's a way to get you confuse her.
Run.
No. You run, she'll catch you. So there is the sleep mouth woman. There's a way to get rid of her. Is to confuse her enough to run away.
Like how?
It's like
Good to know now that we all wearing masks, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
You just or something like it's something along the lines like asking her back the question.
Am I pretty?
It's like
It's like, what about me?
it's like you look like me. Then she's like, I do. Then you run away. So, bye.
Can you imagine if like you tell her you look like me? Then she's like, ugh. Well, I'm gonna stab you now. That's for sure. What the hell, man?
Do it. I think it's a bit scary because if you confuse her, you don't know when she'll be back. You know, there's no ending to this.
No, bro. Like you do that, and then you bring like got like a ton of spiritual healers, and then
Right.
she's like, sorry, relax.
You go to the Shinto shrine, you get everything pimped up.
You get
Yeah.
you get like everything. You say which one you want. We got like all the flavors, bro.
I like how for every unlikely scenario with the supernatural we encounter, for some reason you seem to have an actual plan. Like, no, you confuse her, then right, we got the shrine down here, and then all this. You've thought about this a lot, haven't you?
I've got no life, so
Don't be that.
I actually like read a little bit too much about supernatural and some true crime
Okay.
to the extent whereby there is some knowledge already. I can't seem to
Yeah.
get rid of it.
You guys are the ghost experts. What country do you think has the scariest ghosts?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, which country you swala don't want. I don't set for again.
This one can start international incident one. No?
Yeah, this
Aiyo.
one can start.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I know we have a lot of international listeners and Southeast Asian listeners. Please do not get into a fight. It's just our personal opinion.
Got disclaimer.
Got disclaimer all, yeah.
Oh, for
PC,
me,
PC.
for
Okay,
me,
country.
Country. Like just total. Which one? Got the ghost you die don't want to meet.
oh, this is
I let you go first because then I can think about my answer.
thanks, man. Okay, so is it just ghosts, or you can talk about you can go beyond that, demonic entities?
Yeah, demonic entities. Go for it.
I think for me it would be probably be Thailand. Yeah, because I think that because Thailand is huge. There's certain regions that's even worse. You when you think of Thailand, you think of black magic. You think of like just like female ghosts in general, right? But there's things that are beyond that, like the normal things that you don't see, like what you watch, right? Is sun, right? Yeah. So that is beyond. Nobody knows about that. So I think the jungle parts of Thailand and like the rural parts, right? Yeah, those are like no for me. It's very hard because some of their deities, they are kind in a sense evil to that sense, power evil lah. So I think that is very, very dangerous, and it's very hard to get rid of them. It's not like dealing it with like a bomo or dealing it with a father or a priest. They're trained to fight this.
Like
I'm not sure
the
if,
entities themselves have been trained.
Yep.
that's
so,
crazy.
So and they are kind of like deities or demigods, right? So you can't really get rid of them that easily.
Yeah.
So when you mess with them, and this is in a scenario where I do mess with them and I do encounter one. So yeah, I would say like probably not Thailand. I think that would be quite creepy. Yeah.
That's scary. No, and I think it's interesting because Thai people actually get like tattoos to
Sakyan.
what again?
The
That's
Sakyan tattoo.
yeah.
I've seen like because I used to me and my sister-in-law used to do like a tattoo magazine.
Yeah.
And I've seen in real life them getting the Sakyan tattoo.
Oh.
And then like for me
You don't choose, right? They choose for you.
Yeah.
They look at you and they
Yeah.
yeah.
No lah.
and like I don't know whether the monks or the priests or what monks. Okay. I like just from a technical level, it's so impressive.
Yeah.
Because like you get other tattoo artists, they'll like, they'll do like a
Hi, can I get a sunflower on my ass?
yeah. So you have you have the outline on the sunflower, then
Yeah,
they stick it on the butt, and you're like,
stick
oh,
it.
okay, then do that. Right?
Yeah.
Theirs is they'll roughly draw where everything's supposed to go, and then by hand just go.
They just freehand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's damn
But
painful.
it's damn painful. It's using
Yeah.
the needle.
Yeah. So from like a technical standpoint, I'm not like wow, and then it gets freaky because at the end of it, they like I don't know what the actual terminology is. I don't know what the process is, but like the monk I saw, he like slapped the guy's back and he like said some prayers, and the guy went into a trance.
Dude, can you imagine everything is just freshly inked and you...
He wait till he go to beyond the tattoo lah. He'll slap my here lah.
Okay.
Because
Activate
then you'll be like chanting in a whole different language.
Yeah.
You gotta like activate that shit, right?
Yeah, and then so the guy starts like chanting and everything, and this guy is going in like a trance and everything. I was like, and then after that, the monk turns to me and go, "You are not." Like, no, it's okay. Thank you. Just reporting here. Thank you.
It's a responsibility, dude. Like,
Yeah, I was
there's
like-
like 7 things that you cannot do. You apparently I do know some because I got friends who have them. You can't scold your mom.
Oh,
Oh, cannot get
okay.
video?
You can't hit a woman. You can't. I think you can't eat beef. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Like, there's 7 things that you cannot sin.
You
If
should
not,
never hit women.
You should never.
No, that's fair.
We need religion to stop men from hitting women. Apparently, right?
Yeah,
So
you should never hit
You should
women.
never hit women, right?
Whether or not you got Sakyang tattoo.
Yeah, whether or not, but yeah, that's one of
Yeah.
the rules. So like, yeah, I think that's quite.
I mean, okay lah.
Wait, don't dodge the question.
No. Okay. No. Just
Don't
I
dodge
will
the
get back to the question. But like, if those are the 3 things that you can't do, right?
Yeah.
2 out of those 3, no problem for me.
Yeah.
Because I got gout. I cannot eat beef. So, I'm not going to hit a woman.
Yeah.
However, my mother very stubborn, just got heart attack all, then still want to do housework and everything. So I got to school her.
Oh.
So no choice that one.
That one hard.
That one a bit difficult. I cannot nicely say she's very stubborn.
Yeah.
But yes, going back, I wasn't dodging the question.
Choose the country.
Okay, by reputation alone,
Yes.
I would say Indonesia.
Wow.
Because we've
Damn.
said this before where it's a case of we want to tell stories about supernatural across Southeast Asia and everything, but we know for a fact that Indonesia itself, like the amount of stories that they have, where like we'll cover some of it, but there's no way
Yeah.
we're gonna be able to do as much justice to as much of it as we can. So we'll do some Indonesian stories, but we won't do like extensively because there's just so much of it. And just by that reputation alone, I'm thinking to myself, that's the country you don't want to mess with. There's an actual, I think it's a city, and I'm not saying her name, I'm saying the name of the city. There's an actual city called Pontianak.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where it came from. What?
Yeah, because apparently like I can't remember the details of the legend, but like a king or something had to fight a horde of them
Yeah.
to claim the city, and that's how the city got its name.
Oh, that's like
damn.
some Diablo 2 shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I'm like,
can
if-
you imagine? Pontianaks run this island. Do you want it? Hell yeah, I do.
That's a certain level of bravery that's
Yeah.
beyond my comprehension. It's like, screw it.
Send the white guy lah.
Because the white guy
Get
won't
the
kena,
white guy lah.
right?
Get the white guy. Get the white guy. Yeah. Colonize them. Like marry some of them. Like get some half breeds in there.
I know we're not trying to start an international incident here, but can you imagine the Caucasian guys like they're not even wailing and crying about their tragic life? They're not real ghosts.
Who's
Whoa.
to say that none of the Miss P's are not SPGs? They wear sarongs, no?
Whoa.
Whoa. The white guy comes there like, hello, sir. Bonjour.
You really got the liquid courage.
I know I shouldn't, but I gotta say it. I guess that puts the P in SPG lah.
Whoa, guys. Like, SPG,
sorry.
For international fans, SPG means sarong party girl. Means you wear sarong, then you go party with white guy.
Or last time for the hotel chain, Starwood preferred guest.
You don't get sued lah, dude.
I don't exist anymore lah. But that was the actual. I'm not saying anything weird. That's the actual.
It's a peek into history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess that answers your question.
Yeah. Well, okay. See, I say that Indonesia by reputation, but for me, I feel like it's a very Neil Gaiman American Gods answer. But Singapore has so many different cultures coming in.
Yeah.
Whereas like in say Malaysia or Indonesia, it's very specific or mostly towards like your Miss P's and stuff like that. Whereas
Yeah.
Thailand, you're looking at very Thai centric kind of supernatural.
No, I will disagree with you on that. I will disagree with you on that in the sense whereby for as far as I've read and researched, there is no any count or any like properly documented cases of ghosts or entities that are from the Western culture. No, not in Singapore. I mean, they already colonized us once lah.
that one,
Not in the afterlife also lah. Come on lah.
No, okay, that one no, yeah, okay, fine. That one doesn't like
It's diverse. Yeah, in the Southeast Asian context, but
Yes,
not in
correct.
the Ang Mo context. You see, I think America would be more diverse. Because you know, Chinese immigrants and probably like some
Yeah.
Southeast Asian immigrants go over there and then they die, and then they
True,
start
but like
haunting
I
areas.
feel like
Yeah.
the presence down there won't be as strong.
Yeah lah, of course lah.
Yeah.
No, can you imagine how confused like a Caucasian, a white family moves into a house that used to be owned by a Chinese ghost? Then the ama comes hopping down the stairs, and the white person's like, "What's this?
I
Get to work.
I actually have.
Are you the new nanny?"
Whoa.
I actually have a story about that somebody's I think somebody's ex-boyfriend told me. I won't say where it was, but there was a certain like attraction somewhere, like a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
you know the story where a Caucasian lady was like pulling one of the people that work.
I think we can say it lah.
No. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
It's near the zoo lah, but
Oh.
at night lah.
Yeah. And
What's in Mandai? Later you tell me.
Okay.
Yeah.
and like this tourist, this Caucasian lady, she's a tourist. She was pulling one of the people at the attraction. She's like, "No, you need to help her. That poor woman in white in the tree is stuck, and she's calling for help." And then the guy's like, "No."
Yeah.
And you can see like all these other colleagues like, "Wow, this guy damn sweet." Yeah.
Is this the attraction that prior to Miss Corona had horror walks every Halloween?
No. Not that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you keep guessing, eventually you hit it.
Yeah, you mentioned it is in the Mandai area. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but I mean, you asked the question, right? But I'm curious to find out, like, what about you?
No, so see, I had this discussion on the regular with my own friends. It always feels like the shamans, spiritual bomos from all the other countries are like, touch wood, I might be wrong, I don't know too much about this, like stronger than the Singaporeans. Because whenever you hear about somebody being very possessed, Singaporeans we like to outsource. Then we'll call somebody in, then they'll be like, "Don't worry, my child, we have a priest from the Vatican coming." Or, "Hey, don't worry, we got the Jakarta Bomo coming, the most powerful Bomo in Jakarta, Maya Bagus." But then like when we come to our own spiritual advisors, we like, no trust, must outsource. So
Yeah.
doesn't it like bring up the conclusion that if you have stronger spiritual people in other countries, then maybe the ghosts there are a bit scarier. Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I mean that. That's exactly a.
Or maybe
very
just
good-
Singaporeans don't like law. You know, we always don't like our own things.
I was literally about to say I like how the
Yeah.
shamans have the same problem as like musicians out here. It's like, "Oh, Singapore band, I don't wanna."
No
Or like,
lah, Singaporean men very good. Gentle Pon so dreamy. Ooh.
I mean, no. You make an absolute point, but it's always like you go overseas. This is how Singapore is, right? You have to go overseas and then you prove yourself. You come back here and then you're like, oh, suddenly scholar, right? I think it applies to the whole like fighting with spirits kind of thing. Oh,
Yeah.
this guy, last time he trained at the Vatican one, train under this guy. This guy good. But he come back now. He's Singaporean. Come back. Yeah. Let's get him right to deal with this.
But versus this guy, he trained in Chinatown. He trained in Chinatown one.
Cannot lah. This one cannot. No fight. Chinatown one, no kick.
see, y'all say this lah, but at the same time also like, if I'm getting haunted, right, I'm not gonna look at your resume, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what you study. Like, you can give me like, okay, go.
Of course lah. I mean, you just look at the person and you see, oh, okay, this guy looks legit. Okay, let's go. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is true. What she says to a certain extent, the master that I met, they are mostly not Singaporeans.
That is true. Well, okay, like I've met some people who, or I've known of some people who deal in like, handling these particular problems. And they're all Singaporean, but you're right lah, train overseas one lah.
Yeah.
Aye.
No lah, because you need some field experience, right?
Yeah lah.
I send you your last day of training, you go inside some jungle in Brunei and then you stay there
no
for like
lah.
7 days and then you're like, no. I think I read it somewhere. So one of the last training for a Thai Buddhist monk or like a Thai Buddhist
abbots,
master,
yeah.
the abbots, right? Your training is to stay in a cemetery.
Don't lah.
Don't really stay, and then you have to protect yourself.
You have to protect yourself.
Yes,
But they train you
That's
all
your-
the way up to protect yourself.
yeah. Then once you survive, right? Apparently, and then you
Then what? If not, you die.
then if you get into trouble, you call for help lah. I mean, there'll be others nearby lah.
Then you just don't graduate lah. You help back
Yeah lah,
one year.
you-
Retain.
Wow, retain.
Hang on. So part of your training, you must go outfield and survive. So what you're
Exactly.
saying, this is BMT lah, basic momok training.
Basic momo. That's double M. BMMT.
No lah,
Yeah.
momok one word, right?
Debatable.
Yeah.
Mehan, momok one word or two words? We've had this debate before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bomoh spelling BOMOH or BOHMOH.
Oh,
Okay, as far as I've known, it's BOMOH.
I think it's the latter.
Yeah.
With the extra H.
With the extra H.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've, like the spellings, like I had this, Mehan and I had this whole big thing where we're like, is it Momok with MOK, or is it MOMOK?
Every time I mispronounce someone's name and I get corrected, I die a bit inside.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We do that every 13th of the month. Dead air. So
So good at this. You're so good at this.
just a random guy who's like, thank you for making my day. Then he elbow cough. Okay.
You're welcome.
Avnish asked you to buy new headphones. Sponsor lah.
Sponsor lah. You think Teddy got a lot of money? Teddy working on shoestring budget.
Rakesh is saying that they get married because the ghost then can beat you in spirit realm. Makes sense. Because an important figure is in charge now, right?
What if the ghost hit budget ceiling already? The ghost hit 16K already. Ayo, then how?
Okay, I say first, this is not as strong as my BMT pun. BTO, boo, to order.
It's like Monsters University, right? Gotta go scare some people, right? And then boo, then you... Yeah.
Also, like, aren't you supposed to burn homes for the dead?
Yeah, like
That shit expensive, bro. Thousands of dollars.
It's like mansions, and then on the mansion in front got 2 maids, 1 rickshaw driver, then got a car in case, you know. But then, like, guess what? Never burn oil. How to top up electric car?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. We had this whole conversation about it. Like, who gave the guy to make the rights to make it? So one day, like maybe the Pneumo one go up and they say, "Hey, bro, Pneumo means the Bull Demon King."
Yeah.
It's like, "Hey, you, I appoint you, human, as someone who can make hell money. Here's some AI file, Illustrator files, and InDesign files. Go make them. Go.
I mean, that meeting probably takes a while lah. I'm sure the human, the first reaction is, ah!
Yeah. No, I used to work in like Chinatown part of Singapore, right? And I used to walk past this place where they actually make. So it's down this creepy.
Why do they always have to be creepy? Why
It
can't it be
has to be
somewhere
creepy.
beautiful with sun?
Branding.
Yeah. Yeah. It has to that creepy corridor, and then right just before I turn to the staircase out to where there's a lot of sun, right?
Yeah.
There's always 2 doors at the outside the shop where they make all those.
Not a real door,
And-
is it?
It's the paper door lah. The paper door for they burn for the day. lah. And he's always facing you.
Why are you gonna
Then
do
I
this?
will walk past and I will stare into the shop at the
Yeah.
uncle. I was like,
Yeah.
huh? Scare me, right? Yeah.
I love how part of this is like you will stare into the shop also.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know you gotta check what nobody
No,
there.
you know
there was one time I stare into it, nobody. Then I faster walk.
See, I skip a step and I just faster walk.
No, you know what's really screwed up? So, because I'm from NTU, right? So, like, uni camps have been, in the recent years, a bit, lack of a better word, a bit fucky.
Yeah.
And so, I've heard rumors about some of the camps actually using these. Like, they'll put up the paper dolls and they'll put up the paper houses, and then they'll get, like, freshmen to walk through and everything. They'll use actual hell money in the haunted house or whatever.
It's a like a
Like initiation,
Yeah,
like horror walk, whatever you want to call it.
but do they
Fright
actually follow the protocols?
So like, okay, so someone who is not me, allegedly, supposedly, probably not me lah.
Probably not me.
Yeah, I know lah. They'll make the freshman hold the dollar coin because 8 sides, octagon, and the correct way of doing it is that they always get somebody to bless their house or the hallways or the classrooms before they do it. And they always put people in even numbers.
They do that lah.
Yeah, but they're having cases where like there's odd number of people in a room. Yeah.
That I mean, the odd number and even number is okay if your feng shui, if your preparation is done properly.
Yeah.
Like that's why we.
But do
we
you
all-
really trust students to do it properly?
That is a very good point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody will mess up. It's
Yeah.
not like horror films. Like, one guy will leave the gate open and then the zombies come pouring
Hey.
in and everybody dies.
I like how that the Singaporean equivalent of hey, let's split up is he never hold the $1 coin properly.
He dropped his $1 coin.
A bit anticlimactic.
Or like this
horror
guy, he
film.
left his house and then he's like, I forgot my $1 coin. But like, I'm gonna be late. No such thing. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go.
Hey, USS I also bring $1 coin. You know, Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
I always carry my $1 coin because, like, I have friends who worked as actors because the money
Yeah.
is damn good. It's like $17 per an hour, some
Yeah.
shit, and they'll say that like there'll always be
Extra person.
extra person.
Yep.
So you
I've
always
heard
want your $1 coin.
Were you the one who told me? I think it's one.
No, that one wasn't me, but I know that story as well. I've
It's
heard of it.
Yeah.
one of, I think I have so much stories. I'm sorry if I stole someone's story. I did not do it on purpose, but I think I heard it from a friend that they hire the
Yeah.
Halloween nights, right? They hire someone because Sentosa, for our fans that are not from Singapore, Sentosa used to be called Pulau Belakang Mati, which is
Whoa.
the
Whoa.
back island of death. Yeah, because they used to put like people that like they were dying from the bubonic plague to leave them there to die. So that hence now it's like this beautiful island, right? But little do you know, and it suffered World War II as well. So it's very dark, that place. So they always hire someone with special abilities on Halloween Horror Nights
Yeah.
to watch the cameras
Oh.
for special things that are
And
not
then
there.
they'll go in and
And they will tell, okay, zone 2, fasten the door. Okay, then they will
Yeah.
something like that. So
Yeah.
so this person will get job.
No, USS is hella haunted. So Michelle, who's a regular guest on my show. Hi Michelle. I know you're watching and I like totally I'm stealing her story right now. She used to work as the Madagascar girl. She's real cute. She's very pretty. Is she about to be on the market soon? Who knows?
Apparently not her boyfriend.
Yeah. So
It's live, by the way.
I know. Whatever. No, joke. Yeah, so Michelle, she used to work as the Madagascar girl, super cute, wear a cute outfit. Then she looked like Xiao Mei Mei, ultra Xiao Mei Mei. Even though she's now an office lady auntie. So she used to say that like on the last round of the ride, they would close shop. Everybody has to like leave and everything, and she would be watching the CCTV, and there would be people in the boat. Yeah, like they want to ride, and it's so scary because it's like animatronics, and there'll be people like walking through the Madagascar characters and shit.
What's the rule about water? There's a certain rule about.
Yeah, you're not supposed to go near water during 7th month, right? Yeah.
But
Water
yeah.
is yin energy.
Right.
Yeah. No, and apparently it's the same thing with the It's a Small World ride in US. Yeah, so apparently all ghosts respect the yin energy.
No.
Yeah.
I
And like
Th-
amusement
that-
park rides, apparently.
I want to be inclusive and very PC, right?
Yeah.
So it is based on your religion and your race. So if she was of a different race, you could have seen something different. I like to think of the underworld or the supernatural is agnostic in and of itself.
Yeah.
So it really depends on what your religion is and what you will see. Yeah. So it's like The Conjuring, right? There was one scene where she saw what she feared the most. So it may not be the same. So
I mean, I
Just wanna put it
don't
out
even
there.
think that's a PC thing. I think like if I'm not wrong, we've kind of floated the idea before where, you look at all the different like creatures and spirits around Southeast
Yeah.
Asia, and there's so much commonality amongst all of them. So it's like, yeah, makes sense.
probably came from the same descendant.
No, I think it works the same way with death. Like when you die, you get what you believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to see what's mine in the name of nothing. I maybe you open then it's just one Apple store. I believed in you, Steve Jobs.
Some part of me knew that was going to be your answer.
I'm just making
Wait,
fun.
how do you
dude.
live with this? How do you do this?
Happily.
Yeah, happily. He's my work wife for a reason. So Jolene says that remind the story that we told about the toilet reminds her of the Hanako toilet ghost. She's like, oh, that is creepy. Hanako ghost legend. You know about that, right?
No, tell me about it.
So apparently you have to go to the toilet in a very specific time, and you have to call out her name, Hanako-chan, Hanako, 3 times basically. It's like Bloody Mary, right?
Oh no, don't do that.
and then you call out, and then she'll come out from the toilet, and then she'll kill you, something like that.
Why would you go and call somebody to come and kill you?
That okay? I don't. It's been a while since I heard her name. So like there is a ritual that you can do, and then she can give you answers. Usually, it's students just trying to pass the exam.
Yeah, no,
Parents, you gotta.
It's like the tree gods. So there was this period of time I was hella into like just reading about the rituals, not doing them. So it's like the tree gods. You like put a bunch of mirrors and like 3 chairs, and the mirrors face each other, so it forms like an eternal chain. And then you put candles, and then so you sit in the center chair, and eventually through your peripheral vision, you'll start to see people, and you can ask them anything. But if you don't put them away properly, you die lah.
But is this from Chinese mythology or
No lah, from Reddit.
from Reddit?
Yeah. It's the same with there's also the elevator game, you know.
The Korean one, yes.
Yeah. So like I think the reason why people are willing to do this is because the trade-off is that maybe you know next week's jackpot numbers, or you know what company to invest in. You know what's your crypto moonshot or some shit.
Wow.
Wait, what's
Hey bro, what's the next one? What's the next one? Ethereum.
wait, what's the elevator game? I've never heard of this one before.
You press a very specific set of numbers at midnight. After midnight, then it will take you to the realm of the dead.
Yeah.
And then that's when the
at some
game
point
starts.
a woman will go into your lift with you and you're supposed to ignore her.
Yeah, it's on Reddit
Yeah.
as well. Apparently people died.
Apparently it's like legit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Interesting.
that's where we draw the line. We tell ghost stories, dude. We entertain.
Oh yeah. No,
We
I'm not gonna do
entertain.
it, but
I'm
you
not
know,
gonna
it's
Yeah.
interesting
do
story.
it. The most I do, I film creepy visuals. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, man, for the longest time I couldn't stare in the mirror after I watched the original Candyman.
Yeah.
Which again, showing how old I am.
Remake coming out.
Oh yeah, looking forward to that. Even though I was freaked out by the actual movie as a child.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I can't even stare in the mirror, let alone go into a lift and press like a certain number of buttons and then go like, hey,
You're scared.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense considering like my first horror movie experience that I'm this scared of everything.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not on brand.
Yeah, I know. It's like long story short,
Yeah.
I think a few people know this. My brother made me watch The Exorcist when I was 6.
Okay.
And then he didn't tell me it was a horror movie, he told me it's like the Terminator.
Oh no.
So halfway through that movie I realized that there
Yeah.
were no robots.
No shit.
Yeah. And I was like, this is nothing like the Terminator.
People like to say that he's the Ryan and I'm the Shane of BuzzFeed Unsolved. Shane is the one that's not afraid of ghosts. I am afraid of ghosts. I respect them.
Yeah.
It's just that I'm more inclined to be like more chill about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like if I see one, I'll be like, bro, take out camera. Okay, bye.
No, don't do that.
If I see one, I'm just screaming, going, Kyle, help!
Yeah, same. I'm like, ah.
It's like it depends, right?
Yeah.
Or like if the light switches off, I'll go and on the light back.
Don't do that.
No, because I want to probably like electrical problem, right?
I mean, okay lah, fair enough lah. That one may be electrical.
No, the light switch off.
That-
I walk out of the room, leave my phone wallet
That
behind. I come
happened.
back tomorrow.
That happened on our recording. We record in a
Oh,
studio
yeah.
Oh no.
One North that is supposedly, even for the people who manage them,
One North is not
haunted.
great. Yeah.
So, and it's like there's a plane of glass that's separating us from the mysterious narrator. So he's
Okay.
recording, and there's 3 of us. Another partner, Paul.
Hey, the
So
mysterious
Joe-
narrator, his narrations are very, very ang mo pai, ah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what you think, lah.
We've had so many different people trying to guess his nationality.
Okay.
Almost everybody's wrong.
We got
No.
British Indian.
No,
Yeah.
he sounds like Chinese but educated in US or UK boarding school Chinese.
Not gonna review anything, but I will tell you after our recording.
Okay, yeah, I feel like I'm quite accurate.
So anyway,
See how he changed topic very quick. Very good.
so anyway, so we were recording and we were like discussing the performance and stuff.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, and it was like throughout the most creepy part.
Yeah.
And then the light, right? It's one of those spotlights. So
Yeah.
we dimmed it down to create the mood, right? And then it just dimmed down. And the light, right, is like very far, like at
Okay.
the other end. And then
Yeah.
the light, I didn't see the thing dim down lah.
Yeah.
And then all three of us look at each other. Then I was like the one. It's electrical wiring.
You
got
know what? You
problem.
pay for studio time already.
So I walk there and then just turn it back.
Studio time not cheap.
Yeah, but even if it is, it's just them saying, "I'm here, bro. I'm just listening to your story, bro." Okay lah.
And we don't. First of all, I like how your version of a ghost sounds like Korg from Thor Ragnarok. It's got a little bit of a Kiwi accent.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
here,
like,
bro.
"Hi, would you like to join the revolution?"
Hey, bruv. Can we interest you in a ghost story, bruv?
I would never take a Kiwi ghost
No, no.
seriously.
You wouldn't take it. I would take every ghost seriously. I don't care
It's like,
nationality.
hey, Tiger, bro, I'm here to
No.
have a good time, bro.
I'm quite sure they don't all sound like Taika
No,
Waititi.
I feel like not the stereotype, but I feel like a Kiwi bro would look like a massive, like, tattooed up, really chill Maori man, or like, he'd be like, "Yeah, bro, you wanna have a
Probably
good time?"
won't even know that he died.
Oh, he'd be like, "Oh, I'm dead."
It's like, bro, I gotta call an Uber to go home, bro. Hey, there's no Uber.
Did you say boober?
Uber, I said Uber.
Okay. I thought you went for like the obvious but terrible pun. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
good on you for not like giving in to that temptation.
Yeah. So, speaking of Kiwi, Shannon Sutesh says that he is residing in Australia and he only buy Tiger. Yeah, cheers, man.
But how? From what? From Woolies? I can get Tiger at Woolies.
I have no idea, and
Yeah.
Tiger is the only thing that I drink. Please, Tiger, call us. Legit, he can vouch. I only drink Tiger now.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
true.
like full on uncle already.
Like I asked him for a drink from the fridge and all he had was oolong tea and Tiger. And the oolong tea is not touched.
Yep.
I
So Mehan is asking us, do you all have a favorite killer?
Ooh.
Like the one you find the most interesting in the case. She says that she likes Lizzie Borden.
Well, I for the life of me, the name is escaping me, but the woman who used to bathe in virgin's blood to stay youthful.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. The Eastern European.
Yes! What was her
Yeah.
name? I cannot for the life of me remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either, but she would so she was actually royalty, right?
Yeah.
So and she would bring like poor girls, like the plebeians
Yep.
in, and she would be like, "Hey, why don't you come here and we'll train your daughters to be working maids, and in the future with their lady waiting training they can get a much better pay because instead of being a scullery maid, you're a lady's maid."
Yeah.
Yeah. Legit thing, okay? And then so she would bring them there, and instead of training them as ladies' maids, she would kill them, drain their blood, and bathe in it. And then a plot twist. If you keep killing all the girls in your village, you run out of girls in your village.
Yeah.
And then so she started getting she was a member of major nobility, so she started getting minor nobility to send like their daughters in. They're like, "We'll train you with this great whoever," and like so it's like being trained by Steve Jobs versus being trained by like I don't know someone else.
Bill Gates.
That comparison
Yeah.
is like, wow.
Yeah.
Bill Gates.
Okay, and then so eventually people started noticing when members of nobility disappeared. But I did some Googling into this, and part of it may have been a conspiracy because she was I think a marquess, if I'm not wrong, so that's an inherited title. She was too rich and powerful for a woman. And so they needed something to blame her.
I
like
remember her name.
I think it's
yeah.
probably that.
Elizabeth Bathroy.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
the Beth. Right?
Yeah lah.
Yeah, it's like Anne Boleyn, the second wife of Henry VIII. They said she was a witch just because she managed to get rid of a arranged queen, and
Yeah.
Well,
but maybe she was just a very good bang.
yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I mean, I do not have a favorite killer because I think they're all horrible.
Oh, no.
But if I must choose one,
I
You
think
must
it's not
choose
so much
one.
favorite, but the one you're probably most fascinated by.
okay, if I must choose one, and it doesn't matter if it's borderline fake, right?
Yeah.
Vlad the Impaler.
Oh.
That guy goddamn gruesome.
See, that's the thing. Like, I notice most people when they look at like, quote unquote favorite serial killers, right? It's always you look as far back into the past as you can.
Yeah.
Because anything that's too recent, you're
Yeah,
like cannot.
it's too
Cannot,
recent.
cannot.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What about you?
Wow, I don't have like. I don't have
Are
a
you
favorite
sure?
killer.
Are you sure?
yeah.
Okay, most fascinated one.
No, they're all kind of horrible people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, but I mean like serial killer. Don't have lah.
Okay, how about let's reframe this a little bit, Mehan.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question, by the way. Really good question.
Wait, no, I have
most
one.
fascinating
Wait,
way
just
of
go on.
killing.
I have one. Okay, I don't remember the name. I don't remember the country. I listen to a lot of true crime, but there was this auntie in like old timey Western. I'm gonna say US. Let's guess US.
Sure.
If anyone remembers. And so last time, like if you wanted a husband, you couldn't just be like, yo, Tinder swipe. You put out an ad, and she would be like, lovely housemaking domestic lady looking for a husband, widowed. And then so the man would come in, and she would kill them, grab their money, because they would come with all their money. She would grab their money, and she would feed them to the pigs or something. And then so she'd just keep on doing that until one of the men, his family, was finally like, hey, our uncle/dad has been missing for a bit. Yeah.
Ooh, I know this one.
Yeah, you know this one. It's pretty famous.
I'm digging. It could be the Black Widow killer. Is it the Black Widow killer?
Might be.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. That was really, really interesting because like I think Podcast has this series called Female Criminals. It's like how often women usually, this was really a case where women usually kill for financial gain. Women are practical, okay? People say men are emotional, but women are hella practical.
Yes.
They always kill. I said
agree.
we. They always
Now we see the cracks.
yeah, they'll kill for like money or insurance or safety or there's a goal, but like male killers are scary because they kill for fun, you know?
Yeah. So it goes back to the very first, I think one of the many conversations we have about like ghosts, right? Like spirits in Southeast Asia, in general, Asia lah. Why are most spirits in Southeast Asia and Asia women? Because men kill them,
Oh my god!
right? It makes sense.
It's karmic justice. No,
Yeah.
or like isn't Miss P, she died in childbirth?
I've heard like different, like there's been a whole different.
It's still the guy's fault lah.
Yeah,
He
it's
could
still the
have used a
guy's
condom. Or like a
last time
goat's,
don't have.
goat's skin.
Goat's
right?
intestine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
goat's
yeah.
intestine. Right? So yeah, it's his fault also.
Anyhow, go and knock people up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm on like the female criminals of Podcast. Which episode do you remember?
No, I don't.
Do you remember like names or like titles?
I don't remember names. I remember stories. That's the thing. Yeah. Same, right? Stories are good.
Oh yeah, the blood counters.
Yeah, yeah.
Elisabeth
Yeah.
Bathory.
I mean, okay, like just talking about stories, I did not really have a fascination with Jack the Ripper, but there was that comic by Alan Moore and Eddie Campbell, From Hell, and there's this wonderful bit. Like I think it's his, I say wonderful, but like artistically wonderful bit where he's on his last victim,
Yeah.
and like the theory is that because it was so close to the end of the previous century, the theory is that Jack the Ripper kind of gave birth to the 20th century. So he he has this flash forward, and he's in like a 1980s office.
Yeah.
While he's killing this person, he's like, "What is going on?"
Oh.
Yeah. It's a beautifully done scene of
Yeah.
a very horrible tragedy. But yeah.
Yeah.
Like so, I'm not. I mean, I'm curious about Jack the Ripper, but in terms of the stories, like stuff like that's what really fascinates me.
Yeah, but like, I think certain killers, you get a bit, would I dare to say bored? You get a bit like, oh, you're a bit overdone. We know all about you. You've been explored from every angle.
Yeah.
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 I must say lah, like I used to be into like crime dramas. Like one of my
Like Crime Watch?
999.
of course 999.
Oh, I love 999.
So one of my favorite series of all time. I love it to the max. I rewatch it every year. The Mentalist, right? So
Really,
I
999.
no, I've always been fascinated with Red John. I mean, if you guys watch, Red John is a serial killer that has an extensive networks of serial killers. So he's like the king of serial killers. I mean, in a fiction aspect lah. So I think I believe there might be people like that out there. They just haven't been caught yet. Yeah, probably not in Asia. Probably not in Asia. Just the Western Hemisphere.
So it's kind of like LinkedIn, but for serial killers.
Hey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
TV wise, I love Dexter.
It's a very cutthroat business, right?
Yeah, I would believe that there's a Dexter out there, like vigilante that's in
Oh,
the
yeah,
police
I,
force.
yeah. I love
Yeah.
Dexter, the series.
Yeah, and he's so tidy. Everything is so neat. The inner OCD in me is like, ooh, you gotta wrap everything up. Oh, if not, you cannot get your deposit back.
No, we're like, how? How? Like, how does he find the time to wrap everything up? Like, where does he find the plastic?
Time management lah.
Yeah, then you mass order the plastic. Pretend you're a plastic business.
Yeah. So to catch Dexter, you
Yeah.
just find that one guy who's buying up all the plastic, like in like that region, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe if you pay by cash, then how?
yeah. Shell company.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they always do that, right?
Singapore got the reputation, you know.
Oh, that's a different true crime podcast, right?
Oh,
there.
sorry. That was a question. Singapore has the reputation, no?
No.
So Shannon asked, if you can't win a situation with a ghost, you Kobayashi it.
What, like the
Like,
You makan ah?
no,
the
like
steak?
I think he means the Kobayashi Maru, the unwinnable scenario in Star Trek.
Which is
Huh?
Basically, it's just a term for an unwinnable situation. I think that's what.
then
he
you
means.
self-destruct.
No lah, you just put them in an unwinnable situation. lah.
You live
Like
with
it's a
it.
hypothetical unwinnable situation.
So you flash them.
That
I think
yeah,
you'll be
that-
quite
that-
confused, right?
Yeah, no.
If you start flashing them, you're
That's
like,
a different kind of unwinnable
No, this
situation.
was
lah.
a inappropriate conversation which I had with the TDR pod boys. I'm surprised they felt so comfortable with me. Don't feel so comfortable with me. It's like, yeah, okay, so if you're being haunted, why if you just start watching porn? Then the ghost paiseh, you paiseh also.
I think we told them that.
Oh.
I think
Basket.
I think we told
No lah.
hey Ernie, I think we told you that, right? We told you that, right? Because we were on your show before her. So we told you that. Or you were on our show. I think
No,
we had one of those
Yeah.
ramblings, you know.
Those drunken ramblings, you would say.
Yeah, because I said like one way to not, I think I said this, one way to not feel scared after horror or like a creepy situation is to watch porn.
No, okay, yeah.
No, but what if
I vaguely
you...
recall that. I
what
don't know
if
whether
you-
I don't know who said it, lah, but
What if you Pavlov yourself that every time you watch porn after you watch horror, then at some point it gets stuck in your head. Then you're like watching the next Annabelle, the beginnings, and then you get horny.
No lah. I think that one is just serial killer instinct already. Like that's just like
Don't do that.
that's
what's
just
your
like,
fetish? You
Yeah.
don't want to know. Ah.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
don't know. You don't know. I mean, let's just pass that before we get demonetized by YouTube or Facebook. So
I think YouTube is like, you know what? Just monetize them. I want to see where this conversation goes.
so you want to see the most painful burn? Rakesh asked Angmo ghost versus Asian ghost. Who win? Angmo, because they will colonize the ghost.
Oh my god! Whoa!
That you're not worried about demonetizing.
Yeah.
It's factual. It's history. What, bro? Like they see if that ghost, right, is the oily ghost, right, they will mine the shit out of that ghost. They will invade the ghost and mine the ghost.
Hi, America.
Hey,
America.
I disagree with you, but for very similar reasons.
No, they'll go in pretend that it's giving the ghost freedom and then disappear at the last moment. And then your country is filled with ghosts that you don't want to deal with.
That one only if your country got orang minyak.
Rabak,
Then okay lah, the oily
Yeah,
ghost.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I see. That's why I feel that the ghost, right, is vengeance for what happens in real life. So I think Asian ghost.
Yeah.
No, I think on a individual basis, Asian ghosts are scarier, but on a general haunted house basis, I think it's Angmo ghosts. Because they like to camp. You think you're getting a good deal on a house flip. You think you're getting a freaking good deal, and then suddenly, boom, your house all gone.
Yeah.
But Asian ghosts, right, they generally don't care. They haunt hotels and shit, and they're like, ooh.
They're more practical, lah.
Yeah, but then like if an Asian ghost has a vendetta against you, like the Shutter ghost, is the ex-girlfriend.
GG, you're done, dude. Like I would say that the Angmo ghosts, they are more like they are location oriented. They're like, oh, I'm gonna be there
No,
because
it's
my
like-
grandfather was here, so I'm gonna carry down the family line, right? The Asian ghosts, they're like, oh, I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna reincarnate. So
Yeah.
bye.
No, so it's like how the Angmo ghosts camp there, like for ages, is like the haunting of Hill House lah. Like the Exorcist is based on a house also. They like to camp in houses.
It's always location.
Yeah, no, then you go there as an Asian immigrant. Then you think you're getting good deal, but it's not good deal.
No, like you just bulldoze the house lah. Then you sell the
Yeah.
wood.
Well, but are they haunting the house or the land?
You see?
There was a very in-depth conversation. I recall, not between us, like between another, I think another podcast is like, so do they haunt the walls, the bricks, or the location? See, that is the rule that you need to do. If it's the bricks, you just tear down the house brick by brick lah.
I like to believe that some hantu listening to this conversation going, guys, seriously, just calm down.
Yeah, like no lah. You got to set the rules. There's always rule, right?
I mean, there's rules, and then there's just like you've
Just
reached.
making shit up as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Which I feel like in the true spirit of things, you have to make shit up as you go along. It's part of the appeal.
No, I think like Carl said, it depends on religion. Like certain religions, like when my parents moved into their house, that they had their home blessed by a priest who walked around sprinkling water, and he didn't sprinkle water on the ceiling. So I think ceilings are excluded.
Yeah.
But the like walls and the floor and the gardens and the toilets all got a hefty sprinkling.
Yeah.
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 So like if they don't sprinkle the ceiling and then everywhere else is sprinkled, so it's like the wall is lava, the floor is lava, but the only safe spot is the ceiling.
Oh, then you look
You
up
gotta
at the
have a
ceiling,
place to
yeah.
climb, bro.
Then the
What is this like arm day? Pull ups, is it?
Yeah. So Avnish is asking, read slow. What if you got a full bladder and there's this creepy toilet in front of you? What will you do? Either going into the toilet or sataying out on the toilet. Or out of the toilet, both situations will wet your pants.
Dude,
Ah.
if you've seen the toilet with
No,
where we
wait.
are, right?
Yeah.
Wait. I want Teddy to answer this question. I think you've seen the toilet.
I think it's harder because I'm a girl. I think if I was a dude, I 100% just there's a bush right outside this building.
No, but they say ask permission first.
Oh yeah, must ask permission first. I will hold it.
You hold it.
I will hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You?
No, I think she's right. I'm a dude. Just like find somewhere and just go. Lah.
Yeah, just say sorry. Oh, you're a dude.
Okay.
Finish this wine and then there you go. You got a bottle.
If you're say full bladder, right? So that means you
Yeah,
pee,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Anyway on.
Yeah. No, I think last week I went to somewhere that was remotely creepy.
Creepy.
And I
here.
didn't get no, I think I've got some form of sixth sense. I can feel, right? So I felt that place wasn't like very clean. Like in the supernatural sense. So I was like, I think I don't want to go to the toilet. So I hold it in. I went to the other place. I went to another place to relieve myself. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
it was killing me lah. But yeah, I do get that feeling sometimes. But not at this toilet as much as you guys think it is creepy. I'm okay with it.
No, but that's the I think this toilet here is creepy, but like
It's the character lah, bro.
yeah lah. Touch wood lah. The creepiness
Yeah.
is just the character lah.
And the
Yeah.
chichaks lah.
Hey, there's this cartoon called Jijak Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We know. He hates it.
Three whole movies about Chichat man.
3 whole movies about Jijak Man.
Yeah.
I will respect you, Malaysia, for coming out with Chichat man as a superhero. I do not approve of that superhero, but I respect the choice of superhero.
So Shannon says that he has a Raijin and a Fujin. They are apparently Shinto deities on his back for protection. Been lucky so far. Congrats. But are there any rules? Tell us if there's
Yeah.
any rules like I can't eat this, I can't do this. Or now because you got like Japanese deities, you can't mention World War II. And,
Wow.
the textbook you cannot read the social studies. You got to read the Japanese edition. I don't know.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
but like
I
I
mean, liquid
don't think
courage
your monetization is going very well.
Nope. He was so worried about monetization just now.
I'm just joking, dude. Secret courage.
You go tell YouTube that next time when they demonetize us.
Flag for inappropriate content.
So, Alik Kabok 1966 says that
Hola.
listening from
Sorry.
age is just number. Listening from San Francisco, California, You guys are simply the best.
Aw.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right.
Simply the
right.
best, better than all the rest.
Wow, that's a nice rhyme.
Thank you. It's for song.
Soup Noob is asking, does class division exist in afterlife? Of course, bro. Of course.
It does them sian. Then you're a beggar
is
in
what?
real life. Then you're a beggar in afterlife.
No, it is because like then you have to become hungry ghost and 7 months go out. Or you're one of those ballers that your family like live at Bukit Timah one. They just burn 1 truckload of like shit for you.
Can you move up or down
Yeah.
in classes in the
I
afterlife?
guess
Is
you
there class
can.
mobility.
I guess I think you can.
You get married to somebody.
You get a BTO at Lim Chu Kang. And then you move up the ladder.
Technically, could you marry for a green card in the afterlife? I like how we all went quite like, wow, serious question.
Yeah.
so okay. So let's say you're in. Have you all been to Haw Villa?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
let's
long
say
time ago.
you're in Chinese hell. Could you marry to go to, say, Catholic hell or Dante's hell?
That's a very good question.
Yeah. Because like some levels of Dante's hell not bad.
Yeah.
Feel of eternal wandering. Sure, I'll take that. Wander around. I like walking. Walking's a great
But
spot.
it's not up to you, dude.
Technically,
Can you marry into it?
Correct. So it's conversion.
Yeah. Can you like go into Chinese hell and you're like, I kind of don't want to be thrown against a tree of knives or have my tongue cut out for gossiping because you know we are all going to that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or like get thrown in the oil for like, stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So like you see that and you're just like, well, shit, time for a quick conversion.
Well, I feel
And then what happens if you marry an atheist?
you know what will happen to the three of us? We probably annoy the shit out of the hell police. It's like, I reincarnate you lah. Go be dog or something lah.
Okay, what
Like,
are you doing?
reincarnate you lah. I don't want to answer your question. Don't get so technical about it. We're still working on it.
While they're stabbing you, they're like, hey, you got my application process.
Hey guys, question So if I want to go to this other, shut up lah.
You look at this guy like Albert, like he's like on his like 10th shift of the
Who's Albert?
I don't know, like
Why is he Albert?
like, it's
that's a
it's
very
some,
specific
some
name.
guy who has been there since the 1950s, right? It's like, Albert, like, hey, today you're gonna whack my ass, right? Like, you whack my ass already. Later, can you go and look at my applications for the marriage thing? Like,
Everybody in the comments called Albert. They coming for your ass, Carl.
Okay. Whack my ass.
No, it's like the
The
Good
whip,
Place.
the whip.
There's
Yeah.
the hell administration in the Good Place.
Yeah.
Welcome. Everything is fine.
If I can step back for a second, I think you're thinking of a different kind of underworld here.
No. It's like the whip, the whip. You know,
like
the
a
whip,
like
the-
a dungeon, would you say?
Yeah.
Maybe.
like a whip. You know. Yeah.
So, never knew this side of you, Carl.
Yeah.
Respect.
Damn, damn, Mrs. Ong, you chill, you chill.
Yeah, respect,
So-
Carl.
So Shannon says that 24 bottles of Tiger for $52. Oh, pretty cheap.
Not bad, not bad.
$52 Australian? I think so, right? So, yeah,
I mean,
it's
the
a
exchange
bit-
rate is kind of
about the
similar
same
now.
lah,
So
but
yeah,
yeah.
okay lah.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. Is it Susan Monica? Who's Susan?
Oh, is it the
The-
woman? Yeah.
Yeah.
who-
I think that might
maybe. Yeah.
Could be. I'm not sure.
Let me just Google this. Susan.
Not saying that I would do it, but I thought that was pretty smart.
Oh my god, she looks like a Karen. And she fed 2 men to a pig.
No, so pigs eat everything, including bone.
I know, but that's
Yeah.
just like
There was but there was a Canadian male serial killer in, I think, like last 10, 20 years. Same thing, invited people over to his farm, had his farm set up as like a party farm, and people would like come over and he would hire, I guess, prostitutes because, the world over people don't care about sex workers, which is wrong. And he would kill them and feed them to his pig farm.
Huh.
Yeah, because pigs eat bones. Takes 16 pigs to get rid of one body in like a week or something.
Oh,
Maths question.
yeah.
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 16.
Yeah. So oh, John is here.
Which John?
John Wang from
Oh,
the
no.
Right Wang podcast and from the Longkang Kitties podcast. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, John.
So Yes, I guess it's Susan Monica. And then Shannon is also saying that he recommends The Sinner and The Mindhunter for quasi-fictional crime shows. Yeah.
Mindhunter's actually very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
very
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure Shannon probably seen it as well, but in terms of like fictionalized versions of serial killers, Zodiac was excellent as well. Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was
that's
creepy.
Yeah,
super
no.
creepy.
You know what's scary? BTK.
Oh my god.
Whole
yeah.
normal life on the side.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Everybody was like upstanding member of the community. Then later you find out that you're MP, CC leader, grassroots leader.
apparently
serial
his
killer.
daughter wrote a book about him.
Ah.
Yeah. Because like it's kind of hilarious lah. Like there's the not him,
Yeah.
but like there's that like there's some trend on Twitter now. Like if you could say 3 words to your 18-year-old self, what would you say?
Yeah.
And then the daughter replied and she went, That's the BTK. I was like, well, okay, fair enough. Somebody
Wow.
wins this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So John says that first class ticket for us to other hellscapes.
First class.
Yeah. What would it be like? Like the head gonna chop off or like gonna burn kind, or like they throw us down into like some rabbit hole.
I know what my hellscape would be.
What?
Chats everywhere.
It's like we did talk about hellscapes.
Yeah.
The last one. A few episodes back, right? No, when we were on Longkang Kitty's podcast.
Yeah.
We says that our version of hell would be
Yeah.
they make us go back to our jobs, our day jobs.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's like Carl. I've this TVC for you to direct. Yeah, but you gotta work with this person.
Eh.
Well, I have this far away look on my face now, I know, because I'm just thinking to myself, like, my idea of hell is just one line.
Working in advertising.
Yeah.
No, not even that. Just
I
this
love
this
it.
phrase. Hey, client got changes.
Two more drafts. Like
Yeah.
just a little bit then send you like one whole wall of text.
Wow, this horror podcast just got real, man.
Yeah, this just
Yeah.
got real. Like guys, we got day jobs on. Okay, see
Yeah.
how much we sacrifice for you.
John said something I saw. There. True Detective season 1. I like that very much. Yeah.
He does not acknowledge season 2 wife from canon. Yeah. So yeah, WSA says that he or she doesn't know about the rest of the world, but Southeast Asia countries hands down have the scariest supernatural entities.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely agree.
No, but do you remember the first of that movie, the one where so the trailer goes, they go clap clap and they're playing, and then so something will clap back and it's the kid hide and seek. That was hella scary.
Yep.
I scared. I went home and I couldn't sleep alone. I had to have my friends over.
See, that's the thing. I feel like, okay, Western horror movies, there are definitely scary Western horror movies.
Yeah.
But just overall, the idea of their ghosts,
Yeah.
less scary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I feel like Southeast Asian ghosts, not to pimp our own podcast or anything, I feel like Southeast Asian ghosts work very well when you tell the stories orally. I feel like they lend themselves much more to
Yeah.
Yeah,
The imagination.
That's definitely for sure.
I mean, they're great like Southeast Asian horror movies lah, but like I think ours work as well in oral storytelling lah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Keep a lookout for new things.
Oh.
Hint, hint, wing, wing.
Hing hing ring ring.
Such a pimp you are.
Yeah, I'm such a pimp. Yeah, so Avnish is asking, what about the narrator? When will he be introduced?
Oh yes, when will the narrator be introduced?
He's already here.
Yeah, Teddy's the narrator.
He's already
Clearly,
here.
can't you tell?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. the questions are like getting more like we open a wormhole, guys. Like he's like
Is it my friends? Is it your friends?
I think it could be your friend. Rakesh is asking, if cryptocurrency takes over physical money, how do you think people will send like money to the dead, burn hard disks?
Sir, please. You have to burn your wallet clearly.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta.
No, I think like if you're some high-ass bastard, right, you will just buy up all the graphic card and then you will just burn them.
Oh, then you can mine yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
You
burn
burn
the
the
whole
graphic card,
rig.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Maybe
bro,
electricity is cheaper in.
no electricity. It runs on heat.
Oh.
Runs hell. What? So
Oh
hell.
my god! You don't have to do anything. No, then you get a mining exchange. You get them to rig it up to geothermal energy in hell. No, but is hell cold or is hell hot?
I would say if
Well, see, when hell freezes over, is a term used a lot.
if
But that's an impossible situation.
I agree
But
with
I've
her.
also heard like people describe hell as like unbearably cold.
You
People
go before,
describe
meh?
as if like,
You go before?
You go before holiday.
I like how you pull the hangover on me, but did you die?
You need the vaccination passport to go to hell.
No. So that's where I agree with both of you. And I think for me, right, if I was a level designer for hell, I will do it as messed up as possible because it's hell, right? It's supposed to be the worst version. It will look hot. It will look hot. Everything will be like orange, red, right? But you feel damn cold.
Oh, I hate being cold. My feet.
Yeah,
get
but it
so
will look
cold.
damn hot. So it will be, but you'll be very cold.
Oh,
That's
no.
one of those
Yeah.
like really messed up feelings. It's like having a fever, but 1,000 times.
I've thought of another version of hell for myself.
Okay.
Because I'm the opposite. I like it cold. I like the room to be cold.
Yeah.
So it's the aircon that no matter how much I lower the temperature, is never cold enough.
Oh, the aircon, no matter how much you go up, it's still damn cold.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Psychological. lah.
Bro, that's just centralized aircon. You can't switch it off.
Well, you know.
Dude, office aircon so cold.
See, but that's the thing. Centralized aircon, you can still leave the building.
Yeah.
Hotel California, man, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Unless it's Hotel California. What a lovely place.
It's so nice to have a guest that broke Kyle.
no. I lost my train of thoughts.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, this happens a lot. It's okay.
So, we've covered a lot. Thank you so much for all the insightful questions and insightful answers from our guests. So
we've gone off tangent so much that I don't think I've even covered half the question.
no, we covered the questions ish, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, this kind of conversation, it goes,
Oh, this is the best.
That's like telling ghost stories, sharing horror experience is very natural.
Yeah.
It's not always scripted. So there is one question that I want to ask, like, why do you hide your identity?
It's just to keep my personal and professional life private from my podcasting life. It's as easy as that. Anyway, I'm super ugly and super gross. So, people will be so mean on YouTube. God, guys, leave me alone. Got one episode I laugh a bit too much. Then somebody DM me, hey, stop laughing.
Wow.
Yeah, the internet is
Yeah,
pretty... we'll be surprised, like, us looking like that, right? Then never gonna hate, yeah. Damn.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. I had people asking me about my beard in several episodes.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Hey, Wayne, your beard, huh?
I was like, oh,
No,
guys,
the
you
person
noticed.
was asking, did Wayne keep his beard or shave his beard or something?
Yeah, apparently they were upset that I shaved my beard. I was like, oh, guys, that's very sweet of you.
Yeah.
But no.
No,
But-
it's just easier, lah.
Yeah. But what if one day someone
Yeah.
Batmans that shit and finds out your identity? Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Then I'm just like, hello. It is what it is, lah. You can't help it. Eventually, the internet finds a way to dox people as invasive as it is. But see, usually, let's say you're a family vlogger or whatever, and you put yourself out there, you're putting yourself out there. So people like to say, if you're putting yourself out there for criticism, you should be ready to put yourself out there for criticism. But I'm taking the rest of myself back and just putting out Teddy Teo the podcaster. And so feel free to tell Teddy Teo the podcaster she laughs too much, because I also think so. I'm so funny to me. Yeah, but the rest of me is just private,
Yeah.
and I like it that way.
Also complaining somebody laughs too much. Like, wow.
It's just the
Yeah.
internet, dude. Like, guys, comments hurt. Okay, so John, yeah, I mean, also a
Yeah.
fellow creator, John says that people always throw hate. Said that one negative comment will override all the positive ones that you've received. It is true, but we learn how to deal with it, right? Yeah. So, I think that's I mean, it's all right.
I mean, you say you've got one last question. I'm going to ask our somewhat standard last question, and it's always fascinating the way people answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be the
It
supernatural.
doesn't have to be supernatural.
But
yeah.
what are you most afraid of? Almost everybody gives a similar enough response to the
Yeah, getting doxed lah.
Really?
Easy enough from for this podcast, getting doxed. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. If
Easy
you're a
enough.
private enough person, yeah.
Oh, interesting. But what's the... I mean, I don't want to be like psychological or anything. Like, what's
Yeah.
the worst thing that could happen from getting dogs? To you lah.
No lah, it's just not nice lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, lose your job. whatever.
You will lose your job from telling
No,
true crime.
no, I wouldn't. But like, imagine if I do it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's scary. I think that's also why a lot of creators are just creators, because it makes it easier to have your opinions out there and so publicly. But
yeah.
I prefer to keep everything private. So everything of mine is still like above the board, it's still okay. But like, I never want to be put in a position where I have to ask or I have to like have this conversation. Yeah.
And then I guess also because it's such a sensitive topic that you're
Yeah,
covering
exactly.
also.
What if one day one of the families take it very badly? Like some families have been known to sue like even MediaCorp for like libel or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah.
And so like, I'm very open if you're not happy, I'll take it down. It's okay. I will self-censor. It is me, my own propaganda squad. Goodbye.
I actually think that's fair.
I
Like,
think that's very nice.
well, especially considering like what you cover as well, it's a very good approach where if somebody involved in the case is like, no, take this down.
Yeah.
I mean, like I think clearly we don't deal with something as sensitive as what you do, lah. But I think it's a case for us where it's a case of somebody comes up to us and like, I mean, thankfully nothing we've produced so far has genuinely hurt people, lah. But I think we at least be willing to listen, lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Where it's a case of, I mean, I always say this, lah, but like, art is never more important than people themselves, lah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
It's
true.
like how you keep your people anonymous, like your storytellers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like
And your mysterious narrator.
You're the mysterious narrator. We've
Oh,
already
yes,
established
me.
this.
yeah,
Me,
you're
thank
the
you.
mysterious.
Yes, keep me private.
But initially we wanted to do that for ourselves also. But then we realized that actually both of us are quite public people already. Not saying that we're famous, but saying that
No,
we are
we're not
already,
saying that.
we are already out there in the industry, right?
Yeah.
Enough people know us, so let's just be there. But maybe the narrator, not so much for now.
Also, you and I like to talk, lah. So there's that, lah.
That's why we are on like dead air, right?
That's precisely why.
This dead air is like ironic because it's never dead, right?
Yeah.
We are always on.
That is such a scary thing, though.
As,
Yeah.
as in just the concept of suddenly just
just-
silence on the.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
suddenly, like, if you turn in between channels and then, like...
The world ends.
you-
Wow.
No. As in like the world ended, right? Then they stayed there. Then you turn the channel. It's like,
That was a short story I remember reading, and I
Yeah.
think it was like part of a much longer story, lah. But the like first few lines was something along the lines of, the last man on Earth sat alone in his room, and then somebody
Stephen
knocked
King.
on the door. Was
Yep.
it a Stephen King book?
Was it Stephen King? I'm pretty sure it's Stephen
I
King.
can't remember.
I believe it was
Yeah.
Stephen King.
I read
It's
a
one of
Stephen
his
King.
yeah.
One of his shots.
He had like a compilation of all his shots.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was
yeah.
one in it, and
Oh,
he,
okay.
off himself lah. In the end, yeah. So
Dude, I grew up with Stephen King.
same.
Mehan's gonna love hearing that. Mehan's a huge Stephen King fan as well.
He's the king.
Oh.
He's the shining star in our childhood.
Got anything else? Got anything else? Huh?
He's the tower to all my horrors. He's it. You think I don't have That's all Stephen King puns, by the way.
Hey.
Hey, carry on, lah.
Oh!
Yeah. That's right. Save the best for last.
Sneaky, this guy.
All right, we got any more comments we're gonna get through?
Yeah, okay. So we're just gonna pick up some of the last comments.
Yeah.
So when will the narrator be introduced? Ask hard enough, lor. Maybe lah. Maybe 3rd year, 4th year. I don't know.
Hey, I thought I hear.
Eddie lah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get Teddy to guest narrate lah. Huh? Yeah.
Hey, then I go in your studio, then the lights dim, then how?
It's okay. We'll be there. Then we'll
turn
tell
the
you
light back on,
that we'll tell you. Oh no, we dimmed the light lah. So after this, she was also asking, what is the pick? A Bluetooth or a wired headphone? And the scariest movie about serial killer is Halloween. True, I agree with you. But though it's not a Halloween movie, but I think Jeepers Creepers is also very scary. Yeah, Jeepers.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Halloween, to be fair.
Yeah, I really like Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bluetooth or wired?
What, that will pick up?
Yeah, I think it's not about the equipment. It's about you. Yeah, you will pick up
Damn serious. I love when he gets these damn serious answers.
Yeah.
you'll pick up the frequencies because I say that while bracing myself to hear something right now.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, of course not lah, right?
Hi,
So
pal.
yeah, yeah. So what do I guess?
Yeah, I listen to audiobook, so on my headphones are more, I don't wanna.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I don't even want to answer that question. I won't even tell you what kind of headphones I got.
You
No.
know what? I don't want to go back and listen to this anymore. Before this, I was going to go back and I'm like, all right, time to evaluate how you interview and how you converse. And now I'm just like, no.
No, I think I did fine. No need to go back and listen.
I was great.
Yeah, excellent. No need to go back.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah. So probably the last comment. Yeah. Who's the narrator by Lina Ong is asking. Who's the narrator? I think you will find out eventually.
We
But
get
let's just say that he could be leaving or not leaving.
Oh no, he's definitely living lah.
Oh.
Can we at least reveal that it's neither of us, or am I lying at this point in time?
It's neither of us.
Yeah lah.
That's for sure.
Oh.
It's neither. A lot of people have asked whether it's me. No, my speaking voice not that good.
Yeah.
No.
So she thanks us. Lina thanks us for introducing Briefcase. She's run out of podcast to listen to. Finally, one more to add to. She's got a lot of episodes.
Yeah, like 40-ish, coming
Yeah,
to 50.
holy
Yeah.
crap, man! You produced episodes like really fast for somebody who really researches her stuff as well.
Churning
Like,
it
oh.
out.
We should be ashamed of ourselves.
I mean, we're shameless, so I think we're fine.
Yeah. So one last comment. Hope to see Ghost Maps and a Briefcase sponsored by or picked up by SPF, Singapore Police Force, or MediaCorp soon. Yeah, I think it's a great idea for us to be picked up by MediaCorp.
Yeah. I would sell part of a briefcase.
Yeah, Tiger Beer also want to sponsor. It's fine,
Wine companies.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to turn around to see the price tag.
No, I really
I can.
Yeah.
Kuma Wine, you want to sponsor Briefcase Podcast?
Yeah. So okay, so let's
Yeah.
wrap things up.
Oh, this is your favorite part, isn't it?
Yeah.
You love reading outside.
No. We
Oh
must,
wait, yes, sorry. Before we start wrapping up,
Yep.
one last time, tell us about Briefcase Podcast.
Yes.
Tell us where
Sell
we
it.
can,
Sell
tell us
it.
what it's about. Tell us where we can listen to it.
Sell it to SPF.
Sell it.
Oh, damn, I got some performance anxiety here. All right. My name is Teddy, but you can call me. I'm so sorry, that's my Instagram. So a Briefcase Podcast comes out every Tuesday. I put it out in the morning so you can listen to it on your way to work. We cover true crime and crime cases, not all serial killers, sometimes missing people, sometimes unsolved mysteries. And sometimes we have very, very special guests who kindly agree to be on the show. And we hope to see you anytime this week, tomorrow, for another Briefcase.
Today's what day already?
Monday, tomorrow,
Monday.
Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
Hey, tomorrow got
Ah.
episode coming out.
Actually, in half an hour is tomorrow.
Eh, but-
Yeah. So
yeah.
Give time to upload one.
yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us. Now let us do you love this part.
Oh yeah.
You love this
Oh,
part. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
I'll do the CTS per usual. Y'all can tell by my speaking voice that I'm clearly not a narrator, okay? New episodes of Ghost Maps go online every second and fourth Thursday of the month on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and all major platforms. To make sure you never miss an episode, subscribe now and follow us on social media at We Are HANTU. That's one word, WeAreHANTU. Amazingly enough, I've never misspelled it so far, even though I've written it down.
It's very good.
If you would like to share your own stories that could inspire future episodes of Ghost Maps, you can reach us through the contact form on hantu.sg or message us directly through Facebook and Instagram. You can also buy our official merchandise like t-shirts, tote bags, and masks on Redbubble, or be one of our supporters on Patreon. Search We Are HANTU. Again, that's one word. WeAreHANTU. There you go, little
Wait.
song going.
Yeah, before we wrap this up, like with the last sentence, right? So just need to address this. I think this is quite important. No, Mr. Narrator is not leaving Ghost Maps. It's just that he may or may not show. How about
What he means is living.
Yep.
Yeah.
Living, right? So how about if not? It's not deaf air, by the way. It's dead air. Dead air reach 10K subs. Then let the narrator come and narrate great idea. I think it is, but it will take us a while to reach 10k subs.
Look
at the face of defeat.
I just like to say I love how you're trying to see where our price is. I respect that. I absolutely respect that.
Yeah, but let's aim for 10k, then we'll talk.
No. See, you nearly said 20k. Let's go with 20k.
Oh, whatever lah.
Yeah lah. Big difference.
Okay, so
all right. Sign off.
And
Count 3, 2, 1. And remember, just because they're stories, it doesn't mean they're not true.
All right, thank you very much. Good
Bye,
night.
guys. Thank you again, Daddy.
Thanks, Daddy.
guys.
Bye.